right.
this to
All
break
right.
this down, you know. So, you know, man, I told her like her Time magazine flyer has been hitting. You know what I
So
mean?
she
Like a
did
lot
this.
of people love the Time magazine flyer.
So she created this.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. That's why. Okay. That's why she was asking. I mean, because she like, did I approve her? I was like, hell yeah. I'm like, shit. My face on the magazine. Never been on it before. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, this shit look fresh as hell.
Yeah, man. This is dope, bro. I took this picture, man, and you know where this picture came from. Well, you already know. Remember when you first saw it? It was, you know what I'm saying. We were talking about the matter of fact. I got it with me too. That fucking ID card. Remember that shit that I showed you?
Yep.
The little motherfucking Mark Wheels loan signing bitch.
Yeah, so you don't want to put me on to the whole the ID card. Like your shit was official.
And you know what? Hey, I know, man. Appreciate that. And you know the plug that I got it from, they went up, bro. I think they went up to like about I think I just went and checked like maybe like last year. I think he charging like about like 30, about 40, 45 bucks for the motherfuckers now.
Wow.
When I got it, it was only a sawbuck, aka, you know what I'm saying, just 10 bucks. So that demand went up because you know everybody in the notary game. So hell, the price of meat has gone up, as they say on Willie Dynamite Move.
Right. No doubt. Hey, so check this out, right?
What's up?
The notary front desk is gonna be like that. That's the next level where I'm taking this shit, right?
Okay.
Me and Bree are putting together a platform where we're gonna provide affordable, trained executive assistance to notary professionals, bro.
Hey, sign me the fuck. Hey, when y'all get y'all first worthy candidate, send them my way, man.
So that's what we're putting together actively right now, right? So right. We're literally going to train these executive assistants first before we launch them out to notary professionals. They're going to know the call script in and out. They're going to know how to dispatch a notary, how to find notaries, and then like basically set you up to either have the assignments ready for you on your calendar or have it ready for, you know, if you want to broaden your horizon and take it to the agency level side of things. It will be able to dispatch notaries left and right to you nationwide, bro.
So check this out. With that being said, some of you said it kind of rained out. So like for somebody like me in the position I am on the notary chessboard, so you know like sometimes it get like real hectic for me where I'm doing on my way to a closing, then I'm trying to confirm orders and this, that, and third on the phone. So will you train them to like call clients and shit?
Oh yeah,
on my behalf to confirm and then put that shit in the calendar according to like what's open and according to like what's my fucking asking, you know what I'm saying, like an asking fee?
Absolutely. So basically, like, because you know, like when you're in a closing, right? You really can't answer the phone because it's gonna look real unprofessional.
Even though we all do it, I know I do it.
Oh, you do it?
Man, I do it, bro. Cause you know what? Cause you know why I do it? Cause just think about it. Now, in a pandemic, it's actually a perfect alibi. You know why? Because most motherfuckers that I do closings with, they work from home. So so the pandemic has opened the world, you know what I'm saying, the floodgates to multitasking. So it's not, it don't no longer look rude because shit, motherfuckers be on the phone with me, like doing calls with their employer or employee or with their babysitter, whatever the fuck, and they be like, I apologize. I'm like, no, it's all good. So, you know, like when I get like a motherfucking signing coming my way, like, hey, Jamar, are you available? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do it right away all the time, but you know, like I do attend to my phone at all my meetings, bro. I ain't gonna sit up here in front because it's shit. Like
now you're rare. You're a rare breed where you actually do that. I know there's a lot of notaries that will not take a notary or assignment inquiry, right? Because they don't. One is gonna prolong their stay staying with that client, right?
Right.
Two, maybe they gave a different price, and then, you know, certain prices for different situations. So they don't want the client all up in their business, you know, finding out.
Oh, okay. So so from the point of view they doing it from like the actual like phone call. The point of view I'm talking about, bro, is like I rarely get phone calls, but if I do, you know, they're like, hey Jamar, we got a okay. I say for instance, like if it's like a company like Solidify, title company I work with, they're like, hey Jamar, what's going on? I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm in the closing. You know what I'm saying? I let them know right then and there. They're like, okay, cool. I'm like, hey, we got some available such a date. Are you available? Yep. And I already know their price point already, so you know I'm cool with that. But what I mean by answering the phone, bro, minus like the actual like talking to somebody in front of them, I'm talking about like all the fucking text messages that I be getting through
And
Snapchat
emails
or through a title company or some shit like that. So I answer my text. So in the world that we live in now, the pandemic, fucking multitasking is at the helm.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it ain't rude.
So like, you know, every situation is different, right? So like in your situation, you wouldn't be taking a lot of phone calls, but you want to confirm appointments, and you want to confirm appointments. You want to still be able to take orders, right? Respond to emails. So depending on what you need your executive assistant to do, that's what we're going to train them on.
I want them to do. Me personally, I want them to handle all the damn phone calls, shit.
Yeah.
Putting that shit in on my damn Google Calendar, even though I can do it, but it's much easier, just much more efficient, and keep me more focused on the road and all that shit than me. So all that little back end shit, if I could just have it to a point where I ain't doing nothing but just printing, sorting my paperwork, you know what I'm saying, facilitating the damn closing, dropping off at FedEx or UPS. I know, see that I know those are the only things that I can't train them on, because why? Because that requires me and me only.
Right.
So if I can get, I'm saying, so if y'all get to that point, or even just majority, like even damn it, hell, 60%, 7% at that point of the other minor bullshit out my plate, that would be dope for me.
Yeah, just like, okay, well, you know, like verifying that all the documents are intact, right?
Yeah.
Or following up with the people, make sure that they actually sent the check, right?
Shit like, yeah. Woo,
so you know, things like that. We're training, like we're in the process of training. We have like 3 candidates now. And then we're building up our waiting list on that. So people will be able to go to like notaryfrontdesk.com and then be added to our waiting list for us to assign an executive assistant for them.
And that's a good idea, saying train them to make sure the check's been sent. Because you know, a lot of times, man, it gets so busy, I can't keep up if shit coming in, what's coming in, who, and how soon. And real quick, a funny story, man. Last month when I went out to my mom's house, I saw a check. It was saying something like something like, how the fuck is somebody sending me something said? Because I don't get everything I get is going to that virtual office shop I told you about last time we talked. So just, you know what I'm saying? So it dawned on me, and something told me this is gonna be like a fucking check. And true enough, they sent the damn check out to my mom's crib, and this was like, you know what I'm saying, like, and this is a job I did back in October, and I'm just now
October of last year.
Yes, man, that's how busy it's been. Like I said, I man, it's been like, it'd be like points or like you know what I'm saying, bouts where I don't get a chance to go holler at my mom. You know what I'm saying? So when I do go holler at my mom, I always got like a gang of fucking mail, and I was going through my mail, sorting through my mail, like, damn, check out here. And then so I had to call in because, you know, by past 90 days, the check was fucking voided. Yeah. So, you know, they was cool. Now they like, oh, no problem. We'll go ahead. And lucky I did call them, because come to find out now, from now on, they just do nothing but direct deposit. They don't send paper checks no more.
Interesting. So you know what's you know, I just did a video on IG talking about, you know, dealing with title and escrow companies, how you have to wait on that check. And sometimes it's like 14, 21 days, 30 days, 45 days. And I'm like, hey, if you guys need cash flow, that can put you in a very tight space, because your bills are still coming through.
Yes.
So you still have to pay your bill, your mortgage, your phone bill, all that stuff. So while you're waiting on checks, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to be able to fund those things when you're waiting on checks that's like taking 30, 45 days. Yeah. So I tell people, man, you know, concentrate on that cash flow, because at least the cash flow will be able to hold you over for the short period of time. And
Yes.
then while you're attacking the escrow and title companies, now you got all these checks coming in. You're damn near have a check coming in every day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that you, okay, now when you say like the cash flow, you talking about like the general notary side.
Like, yeah, like the private private notarizations where you're doing the quick claim deeds, power of attorneys, all of that stuff where you don't have to wait for them to issue out a check or wait for the house to get funded or the loan to get funded. You get that money immediately, like within.
Yes.
Within
I'm gonna start doing more and more general notary work myself, because you know, not just for that reason, but like too, just to like, you know, just sharpen up my notary skills, one, and flex them out more, as well as just continue to grow my notary, you know what I'm saying, resume and my entrepreneur business, you know what I'm saying, resume, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
It don't hurt.
So we got quite a few people on here already. So let's start the show, Jamar.
All right, man. I feel like the show already started.
I know, so we just gonna flow right into it. Peace. This is your international sales and marketing hit man, your humble hip hop sales coach, Tiger Toledo. And you already know what it is, man. You rocking with the best. You heard? So today I am so honored to have I've known this guy for, how long we've known each other now, bro?
Definitely over, you know what I'm saying? Definitely
about a year, almost 2 years now?
Over a year.
So this brother was the second person to actually sign up to my course. And I'll tell you guys a funny story. Jamar Ra, when he signed up, right? I just wanted to know that the information that I had was duplicatable, right? But I knew one thing. I was like, you know what? I can't give it out for free because people just don't appreciate free stuff, right? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna charge a nominal fee. And then if Jamar does it, I'm gonna give him everything I got, like no holds barred, just everything in my brain, I'm just gonna transfer into this brother, right? And you were able to do some extraordinary things within that 1 year, bro. So that's why I'm so pleased. I'm so honored to have you on the show, because I think your story is so extraordinary, where you had the humble beginnings. Now you're doing damn near 100 closings a month. I'm not even touching that, to be honest with you. And I got a damn agency. So, brother, tell people who you are, man, and tell them where you hail from. The big Chi-Town is in the house. Chicago's very own. Tell people who you are, brother.
Oh, no doubt, man. Appreciate the fly intro, man. And you know, definitely first and foremost, you know, what's up to everybody out here tuned in the chat room and across the planet. You know what I'm saying? Definitely glad to be a part of y'all lives at this hour. As the brother said, my name is Jamar Robb, and you know, I'm just a guy from Chi City, doing my thing out here in these notary streets. You know what I'm saying? Snow on the ground, leaves on the ground. I get down no matter what. As my man said, you know, real quick, you know, we've been, you know what I'm saying, me and him been chopping up with like the past, you know what, last winter, bro, like around, I want to say like around like December, and you know what I'm saying, you already know who plugged us up. And
shout out to brother Dre, Andre Hatchet.
Shout out to Dre. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the godfather of all this notary knowledge and entrepreneurship shit. And I like, you know, ever since then, man, we just clicked, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never had no dull moment, and you know, we just been bouncing ideas off each other. But you know, you definitely was definitely that mentor, man. You know, outside of Andre, that helped put that let's just say the entrepreneurial battery in my back. And ever since then, as you know, we've been chopping up, and I just been getting better and better, just been executing and, you know, just bumping and bruising along the way, man, and steady improving.
Now you specialize, just for the audience, you specialize in real estate, and especially in the Chicago market. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll let you guys know, he is thorough, very, very thorough, to the point where I call him when it comes to like the real estate. Hey man, I don't know what these documents look like. Actually, I don't even touch them. I have my other notaries reach out and talk to Jamar, and he'll guide them through. That's how thorough he is with everything. So tell people a little bit about when you first started in the notary industry, what was your approach? What were you expecting to do? Like, was this a side hustle for you,
Man,
or was
that's a
it
great
like you plan to make it full hustle, full time?
That's a great question, man. Now you definitely taking me back a little bit. You know,
Indeed.
I can tell you that. So what was happening was about a little bit over 2 years ago, I was heavy into the ride sharing streets out here in Chicago, as you very well know, doing Uber and Lyft full time. And how I got involved in Uber and Lyft full time because I was working at the University of Chicago Hospital for, you know what I'm saying, for a great amount, you know what I'm saying, for a couple of years, well, actually over a decade. And you know what I'm saying, make a long story short with that, you know, all the time while I was there at the hospital, I was like the overtime king there, you know, the whole nine, just like killing them, you know, first, second, and third shift for like 7, 8 years, you know what I'm saying? Just like straight, just like really getting the bag. And, you know, after a while, slowly but surely, you know, the manager team at the time, I was working like in the general stores department, you know, so I wasn't like no black guy, you know what I mean, like in a white coat, or I wasn't no nurse or nothing like that. I was like really at like one like the lower level positions, one of the lower level positions at the hospital. So I said I was killing, you know what I'm saying, as the overtime king there. And then, you know, when that quickly dried up, you know, because the manager said, hey, you know, we ain't got the funds to, you know, keep breaking you off and everybody else off on the overtime. So now we go, I forgot the word that they used, but it was just some BS. I'm like, all right, cool. So I got used to having that type of money coming in, you know, on a, you know, bi-weekly basis. So I'm like, well, what the hell I'm gonna do now at this point to get there? And lo and behold, around that time, I had a childhood friend who I grew up with. He was doing Uber. And I heard about Uber and I thought about it, but he was like actually like the first dude here in Chicago that I knew that was like doing it. He like, bro, he like, man, I'm out here getting it. I'm like, what you mean you out here getting it? He said, I'm out here like killing it. I'm like, man, so, you know, like give me like a roundabout figure, you know what I'm saying? Like how much you be waking, you know what I'm saying? Like you can make over the weekend. He said easy, like about like 700, 800. I'm like, what? I'm like, damn, I'm like straight up. So I quickly end up signing up Uber through him, you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
through like the through his promo code. So, you know, he got the bread. Of course, he didn't split it with me at the time. I ain't know no better, but I really wasn't hurt because, you know, I was still, you know what I'm saying, getting like that for show money every 2 weeks at the hospital. So, you know, it was all good. So one hand washed the other, both washed the face. So it was cool. So what happened, you know, I started doing the Uber thing like back in the winter time of like, I don't know, maybe like 2015, 16, something like that, like that. And when I first started doing it, man, I like the concept of like instant money, as we talked about before we went live, the cash flow, the money coming in. I'm like, this is cool. So I fell in love with that. Speed up the whole story. Maybe like around in 2017, I didn't like the direction of my department at the time the hospital was going in. I was just like real stressed. I was like real unhappy to be there for like a long period of time. And finally, I just got up, you know what I'm saying, enough, we just say testosterone to go ahead and move around and say, hey, you know what? I got this Uber and Lyft shit I can do, you know what I'm saying, full time. So, you know, I figure, you know what I'm saying, everything else out. So I pretty much, man, just walked out of the full-time job. Like I said, I was well over there for 10 years, you know, comfortable and all, the whole nine, but I knew I couldn't, I had to pull that, you know what I'm saying, pull that cover off me, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, ever since then, since 2017 in August, man, I've been out here, graduated from the ride sharing world to the present notary world, man. So after a while with the notary thing, I mean, no, backtrack. After a while with the Uber thing, I got tired of that. You know what I'm saying? I was hustling, grinding, doing that 7 days a week, getting all the bonuses, having good rates and reviews and all that from the drivers and whatever the case may be. But it wear tears on you. So I'm like, what can I do to like eventually do something else, you know what I'm saying, that I ain't gotta do this as much. So I ended up finding some online that, you know what I'm saying? I said, you know what? Let me see what's online out here, whatever. And somehow on YouTube, I ran to Mark Will's course, and he started talking about the loan signing stuff. But before that, I heard about Dre years ago, but I was like, whatever. I just slept on it. So my first course was with Andre under the Notary Act, you know, saying, give me like, you know what I'm saying, just give me like in the mindset of like becoming a notary. Yeah. But Mark Will's course, like how I got into the real estate industry. And I remember when I was doing Dre course, you know, he gave props to the loan sign world, but he also said it's a lot of work. And it definitely is. I ain't gonna front. It definitely is a lot of work. But the Mark.
Well, speak on that real quick. Like, so what is considered a lot of work?
Man, okay. It's a lot of nuances, or you know, caveats to it. You know, like from like for instance, like we were just talking about before we went live. Like this phone right here. You know what I'm saying? Like this is majority how I get like all my my appointments, and how mainly I accept appointments on a day-to-day basis is through, let me show y'all real quick. Through one of the platforms, I'm pretty sure. Is everybody on here familiar with SnapDocs?
Are you guys familiar with SnapDocs? Guys could type in your everything on in the chat, by the way.
Okay, okay. So I heard somebody say, yeah. So this is like some of the orders, you know, that just come in like on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Going back to today and tomorrow and yesterday. So just imagine me answering text messages while I'm literally at a signing. You know, while I'm literally at a signing. So I know a lot of people don't do that, but I do that. But like me and Tiger just got finished discussing before we went live. The reason why I do it, because we got to keep in mind this. Since the pandemic has taken place, a lot of people are working from home. So a lot of people are parents, a lot of people are not parents. So a lot of people are like, we now live in a world where we have to multitask. Yeah. So a lot of the appointments is not like the so-called quote unquote like perfect setting pre the pandemic, because I was starting my business before even the pandemic kicked off. So I got to see how the industry was before the pandemic, and then since the pandemic, it just been just like nuts in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Just super busy. So that's one caveat that can that's saying. I mean, what I mean by it's like a lot of nuances and you know like a lot of parts. Then you have to like you know like the print like the whole printer situation. We got to like print legal size documents, letter size documents, and sometimes like depending on whoever formatted the documents in letter legal size documents, it may not print out. For instance, like today, even though I ain't do no signs today, but I have one scheduled and I got it, and I ended up canceling. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it was like about 107 pages in the letter size documents. Okay. And only the first 17, bro, was only printing out. You know what I'm saying? Like I tried like multiple times, it would not, you know what I'm saying, it would not print out for nothing. And this is a signing service company I worked with before. Just last week I had some issues with their paperwork. So I was like, man, what the hell going on with this? So I tried again, like about 5 different times. So eventually I ended up reaching out to the sign service to let them know, like, I don't know what's going on with the documents, but for whatever reason, what I try to print on through Safari or Chrome, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's not coming out through my printer. I said, all my other orders I've been printing out up to this point has been coming out, you know, A-okay, like how they supposed to come out and flow, you know what I'm saying? Right. But like I said, so long story short with that, I told him, I'm like, hey, why don't you guys try emailing me the documents directly, you know what I'm saying? I'll see if they print out that way. So they end up doing that like maybe after 10 or 15 minutes, whatever. Still the same thing was going on. And eventually I let them know, I'm like, hey, well, you know, I think, you know what I'm saying, you guys might be better off trying to find like another notary could do this, they could print out the job. Cause like for right now, for some reason, I don't know what's going on with the format of your documents, but it ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't nothing happening.
Now I'm glad you said that because it's okay to turn down if it's not working out, right?
Yes.
Like there's a lot of times you would know, they'll send you the documents really, really late, right? And it's almost
Yeah.
impossible for you to make it to that appointment on time. So sometimes you have to turn down an order, because what happens is when you get to the client's house and you show up, let's say an hour, 2 hours late, because they didn't send the documents to you on time. Now the client is mad at you.
Yeah.
Now you're fighting with them and they're fighting back with you, and you guys are bumping heads at at the table.
Yeah.
And it was never your fault in the first place.
Never. No, man. That definitely has happened to me once or twice. And you know what? When I anticipate like the documents gonna be late, for the most part, I always once again grab this baby right here, my phone, and just get the text and like let them know like, hey, such and such. Hey, Miss Johnson. Hey, I just want to give you a quick update. Due to the documents not being received my way, I'm gonna have to inform you then hopefully that you have some flexibility in your schedule, so we can push back the appointment time. You know what I'm saying? I just say the appointment time was at 4 p.m. and I still haven't got the documents, and it's like 3 o'clock. So and then like depending on if I got like other appointments lined up after that, which 9 times out of 10 I probably will. And then I just let them know like we'll probably have to push it back. So let me know. So then that's when I get opportunity. I get an opportunity to let me know what time frames, not time, or sometimes I say time, but I say like what time frames will work best for you at this point. And then they'll let me know. And then on a rare occasion, we don't get a chance to meet eye because they may have something pre-planned. Like one time, remember the documents was late. And it was like this damn couple out in Oak Park. I was gonna do a sign for on a Friday. And it was like maybe about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, like just when the weather, whenever that damn day was, when the weather was like just starting to heat up here in Chicago. And they had come to find out, they were so pressed to get the appointment going and all that, because they had like prior dinner plans, like, you know what I'm saying, like really like important dinner plans. And I had to let the title company know, like, they got dinner plans, whatever. So you guys might want to send it out to another notary. And like you said, something I'm saying, this business, one of the most important lessons I learned, all money ain't good money. And you have to be willing to just be like, you know what I'm saying, have faith in yourself and have confidence in yourself and say, you know what, it's gonna come regardless. Right. So that's my mind frame, how I operate on. Like just like today, it was a good paying job. I think like about like 120, 125 or something like that or whatever. And it wasn't too far for me. But I told her, I'm like, and then I know I had to be here to do this plus some other stuff that I had to do involving my notary business. It just wasn't worth the stress of me trying to like wait on them to get it together, or me trying to print out one page at a time and all that. And then, I end up losing instead of, in the midst of me trying to just get that 125.
So let's do this, man, because I know you've been through the trenches with the loan signing stuff, like being the loan signing agent. So let's play this quick game. We're gonna call it the good, the bad, and the ugly of loan signing, being a loan signing agent. Because I can't speak on it because I'm not a loan signing agent, right? But I want shout out to Tech out there in East Oakland. What up, baby?
What up?
Let's talk about the good.
The good.
What is great about being a loan signing agent? What's all the great stuff?
I would, you know what I'm saying, and I only can speak from experience, and maybe somebody in the audience, they can feel it, you know what I'm saying, hopefully. But I would definitely say, I put like this, I'm gonna speak from experience, and I'm gonna say just like somebody, for any and everybody out there who may have like an inkling of an interest or always wanted to know but didn't. I would say for me, man, me getting up off them Uber streets at the time I did, it was perfect timing, bro. Because remember when me and you started kicking it, like I said, back last year, heavy, that's when the pandemic kicked off. Like literally, like back in like March 17th, and I was still out there doing Uber, and it was real. I'm saying like the past 3 or 4 months, I was saying like it was like the bread was there, but it wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like basically, like what I was able to make with Uber at one point in time, like in like 5 or 6 hours, it made to like about 8 or 10 hours.
Right, so I remember that.
Yeah, man. So, like the Uber streets was getting crowded. And then, Uber started fucking with the goddamn earnings. You know what I mean? Like, so you had to work harder and longer and deal with more stress on your car and on yourself and further away from other shit that you want to do in life. So, but the good, you know what I'm saying? But just to get back to what you asked about the good was, for me, was to be off those Uber streets, bro, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? As much as I loved doing Uber at the time, as much as many cool people I met along the way, because I still connect with a few people that I have met. But the ride, you know what I'm saying? And no knocks to nobody that's doing a ride share, you know what I'm saying, game. But here in Chicago, and I'm pretty sure in like a lot of other major cities, you know what I'm saying, we all know that Uber and Lyft, they get to fucking with the goddamn numbers any time. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about bonuses and all, bro. Because I remember at one point you had to do so many rides. Let's just say you had to do like about, I don't know, like 160 rides for the whole week, right? From Monday to Sunday, whatever. And you were probably, you know what I'm saying, you was guaranteed to get probably like an extra, like, on top of like what you was already bringing in, like an extra, like $550 or something like that on top of what I'm saying, what you already was making.
Okay.
So them bonuses quickly started becoming like $5. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's just say it started at $550, then it either started going to $5, then it started going to $475, then it went to $4. You know what I'm saying? Just like a generic example, guys, not necessarily like a specified example, but hopefully you guys catch what I'm saying for those who out there in them ride sharing streets. So just to be not at the whims of the ride sharing world was the first and foremost is the good with me. Two, the good is the flexibility of schedule. Like I said, like if the sign is not favorable for me, even at the last minute, I could say, hey, especially if you do like relationship with that particular title company or the signing service, like, hey, for whatever reason, this is not going to work out for me. So, I always tell them, what I'm saying, whether through text or through a phone call, please kindly reassign this to another notary and I'll just catch you guys on the next one. Because hell, you got to be able to do that because they'll cancel on you. You know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, whether it's on the signer or the borrower themselves or whether it's on the escrow service or whatever case may be, by them not having the docs, they need more time. So cancellations and all that, it happens a lot. So, and it's like no love lost. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no bad blood. So I like that. And I definitely like the earning opportunity as well. And I know everybody got like different earning goals, and so I know we'll probably get into that as well too. But the one I'm saying, another great good that I like about this, it gave me a chance to like just communicate more. You know what I'm saying? Just like with people, gave me a chance to like sharpen up my communication skills. Because I can always do that.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Driving Uber. Like a lot of motherfuckers, they get in your car, whatever, they got their AirPods on and all that. So it's all good.
Nice.
So, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's dope because if you're saying like it sharpened up your communication skills, that's this business right here. Because again, you're talking to loan officers, escrow companies, title companies, law firms, all of these white collar professionals, right?
Yes.
So being able to communicate effectively with these people is a must. It's a must. So let me ask you now, what are the top 3 with the bad of this industry?
Man.
Now remember, we still got to get the ugly.
Right. Damn. See, you know what? Them minds might bleed, might cross over like, you know what I'm saying, like Allen Iverson, you know what I'm saying?
No, here's the reason why I wanted to do this thing. Because there is a lot of misnomers out there where they don't show you the ugly side of this business, right?
Okay.
There are a lot of people that are jumping into it because people like myself or Tech or you or Andre and Mark Wills and Bill Soroka, they're making this industry look fly and fun and like, hey, we're all having a fucking celebration. We're all on on a damn roller coaster,
Right.
eating popcorn and Slurpees and shit. We're having a great fucking time.
Right.
They
Right.
don't show
Party
you
over here
none of
type
the
shit.
stressful stuff.
Okay.
So I want to be able to at least, it's the way I see it is like dating a girl, right?
Right.
You date the girl and the girl says, I want to date other people as well. Well, at least you gave me that option. I appreciate that.
Right.
Now, if I want to keep dating you, that's on me. But
Right.
at least you gave me the option to leave or stay.
Right. Right.
So
You want some ugliness or you want some bad?
the bad first. 3 bad, and then we're gonna go into 3 ugly.
Man, let me see here, because they, like I said, for me, it might end up just bleeding into.
Oh shit! Then let's smorgasbord the joint.
Okay.
3 bad, ugly.
well, one I can definitely tell you about something that we had talked about before, like how a lot of these title companies is being on some slick shit. But I consider some slick shit.
Yeah,
what I mean by that is like, say for instance, like you build a quality relationship, or less you think you build a quality relationship with them. You know me, like you did so many.
I always say these hoes ain't loyal.
Exactly. That's why I say, Logan, I'm saying they have you thinking that you built some quality with their ass. You know, just how a player go do with these chicks out here. Have ass thinking what it is, but what ain't really ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So what I would say, what one thing come to mind with that, when I'm leading up to with these title companies, they'll say, yeah, Jamar, yeah, we you know what I'm saying, we respect your service, we respect your game, you know what I'm saying? And they keep throwing you consistent work. That's all good. I you know what I'm saying, I'm grateful, you know what I'm saying, about it, and I'm humble and I'm appreciative of it. And I always say, anytime I get thrown an opportunity from whether I get on SnapDocs, sign order from direct, or if I'm saying from another signing company or direct from a title, I always say, thank you for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't think they really used to people saying that, especially brothers, especially Black people. But I always say, I'm saying, even if I got texted to them, thank you for the opportunity. Even if I emailed it, thank you for the opportunity. I'm saying, thank you for this current opportunity. But what I'm noticing, what I have been noticing for a while, like a lot of these title companies, they starting to set up their own, and what I'm saying, and we're gonna say everybody go remain nameless. I ain't gonna put nobody on Front Street just yet. But these title companies, they are setting up their own signing services. You know what I mean? Because like as you just said, like the more upper echelon of our industry, like the Wills, the Sorokas, everybody else you want to throw up in that motherfucking mix, whatever the case may be, that's out here selling courses. And I'm a student of all of them, as you already know. I definitely believe in investing in myself, but as
absolutely,
they do paint a particular picture. You know what I'm saying? They do, you know what I'm saying? They definitely paint a particular picture that's like you said, it's just like all that. But also too, I do catch them every now and then say it is hard work, and it is. But these title companies, they're setting up their own signing services and end up paying you less than what they would normally pay a qualified notary signing agent professional such as myself. Because case in point, matter of fact, man, this one signing service I've been working with real heavy, bro. I mean, like I did like 400 closings for them. Wow. less than a year. And what ended up happening was I got damn near cool with all, you know what I'm saying? Like what I mean cool, you know what I'm saying? We ain't go drinking and all that shit. I don't mean cool like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't get down like that. You know what I'm saying? At least not in that world. But what I mean by cool, where I got their number, they got mine. So if I need like questions answered and shit like that, they available. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta be feeling like I gotta chase somebody, because you're right. That's another bad. Now I'm thinking of it. When there's like issues that come up at closing and there's nobody available to answer the fucking phone, and you know what I'm saying, especially with something like I never experienced before, or let's just say if it's like a mere issue going on with the numbers itself on the borrower side, like what they was told that they was gonna get at cash to close is way off, or a little bit off, or what they was told that they owe was off, or they taxes not escrow, or they escrow. I mean, I'm saying, or their insurance is not escrow, something like that. Whatever the case may be. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of these companies, signing service and title companies, it may be hard as hell to catch up with them, especially on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, so I'm not a
you ain't gonna get a hold of them.
Yeah, I'm not a real big fan of doing closings on the weekends, because anytime I do a close on the weekend, not Sunday, because I don't work on Sundays, but when I do closes on Saturdays, it just seemed like, for the most part, I'm saying, it has been getting better this year. The few times I have done them, you know what I'm saying, we'll keep it out in the universe, but for the most part, especially like last year, it always been some sort of fucking like hang up or hiccup. And then, you know, when I'm trying to get in contact with a signing service or a damn title company, nobody's home.
So what do you do in a situation like that then? Let's say there is a discrepancy in the.
You know what I do? Hey, say if it's like a discrepancy, like with the numbers itself, and what I do, I'll put on the borrower or the sign like, hey, well, this is what we can do. We can do it one or two ways. Because I tell them like, hey, I'm not here to force you, sway you, twist your arm in no shape, form, try to convince you just so I told them either way it go, I'm gonna eat regardless. I mean, I'm saying those exact word combo depending on who I'm talking to. So, you know, I always keep my shit fluid, like Bruce Lee say on the water side. But depending on who I'm talking to, I mean, for the most part, my generic script is like, hey, we could do it one or two ways. We can sign the documents as is, and I could send the documents out because they'd be there by the office by Monday. And when I get back to my office, I'm gonna notate the particular issue. So say for instance, the particular issue is the cash to close is off. So, you know, I notate that so they're aware that one, that you try to call, I mean, because like I said, it may get as thick as like the borrower, they trying to call somebody, you know what I'm saying, aka like the loan officer on their end, and they can't get in contact with nobody, because it happened to me several times before on the weekend and on the weekday, but definitely on the weekends. Like they can get in contact with the loan officer, and I can get in contact with the signing service or the title company. So at that point, like, you know what I'm saying, it's like, you know, like I said, hey, I like, you know, when I get back to my office, I just let it be known, you know what I'm saying, to the title company or the signing company, like, hey, I try to reach you guys several times, but whether by text message, phone call, email, and I notate all that shit, and I got records just in case they try to bring the ruckus back my way. I got evidence. I got records. You know what I'm saying? You know, one thing about a notary, you know what I'm saying, you gonna keep records of something if you're a damn notary. So you always gonna keep records of a communication. So that's pretty much how.
So let me ask you this: in a situation like that, typically, do you find yourself going back to that appointment to rectify the situation? Like, let's just say there's some, you know, some of the numbers were off.
If the numbers was off, and I don't think I never had to go back. If it was a situation where, like I said, where the borrower or the signer try to reach out to somebody to no avail, or I try to reach out to somebody to no avail, it's pretty much like at that point, you know, like once I write out my notes and once they reach out to the loan officer, maybe on that following Monday, then maybe I think what happens probably is I still get paid. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, first and foremost, I know people probably want to know that, but I think what ended up happening is that the loan, you know what I'm saying, like the lender or the title company, they directly send like a new cash, you know what I'm saying, a new closing disclosure or a new alter statement reflecting the correct numbers as it should have read in the beginning.
So it'll be something that doesn't even require a signature or the notary to actually be there.
Right. So it don't necessarily require my signature or my notification. It's just more like me presenting the doc. But as you already know, you know what I'm saying, like I tell people, you know, like I tell clients all the time and notaries, if the money ain't right, everything else about the appointment go be thrown off, because you know you can't get past that number in your head.
That's true.
Correct. And I respect that and I honor that. And once again, I tell them, like, hey, I'm not here to sway you either way it go. If you don't want to continue it, we don't have to continue it. And I just say, hey, you know what I'm saying, we have to stop the loan due to the customer request not filling what's on the paperwork.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So,
know, we worked on a couple of deals before where you you're not a loan technically a loan officer, but you actually had to guide the loan officer to send you the right documents, which was crazy to me. Like, hey,
oh,
do you guys know that you forgot
that.
the Alta,
Yeah.
document, or you
Alter
forgot
statement.
this document? Does
Yeah.
that happen often?
It can, man. Like, matter of fact, this week, no, you know what? Matter of fact, last week, for this title company I work with out in Florida, they cool. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty good title company. You know what I'm saying? They respect the notaries. You know what I'm saying? They respect the game. You know what I'm saying? And they play it fair. And so, you know, like as I'm preparing my documents, and what I mean by preparing my documents, I I make the signing more efficient by preparing my documents. So, you know, like if you present the documents in the way they want you to present them, you know what I'm saying, as they come, as they are,
Yeah.
you have to, you know what I'm saying, you have to shift through a whole lot of stuff that you don't have to sign. That you don't have to sign or that the signer doesn't have to sign.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, working in a major city, as you know, you being from New York, me being from Chicago, and now you in Chicago, time is everything, bro. Everybody's on the go.
Yeah.
So how I was able to find about this one particular document not being present, because I know the documents, you know what I'm saying, so well, and the damn alter statement and another, I think like another document, I can't think of what it was, but I know the alter statement was missing, and come to find out, they realized that the numbers was off. And you know how they realized the numbers was off? Because because the appointment was like maybe like a week. Okay. They sent me the appointment maybe like about a week and a couple of days before the actual appointment. So say they sent me the appointment the Friday before the following Friday the appointment was on, right? So I had called and confirmed. It was a sister, matter of fact, on the south side. I remember this. And I had called and confirmed the appointment with her. And I was like, you know what I'm saying, you know, like I said, hey, this is Jamar Ra. You know, can I speak to so-and-so? She said, speak. I said, yeah, I'm calling to introduce myself and to confirm the appointment details for so-and-so date. So, you know, we did all that. And then, you know, she had asked me matter of fact, you know, like a part of my phone spiel, because I know you got a phone spiel. I got a phone spiel too for like when I'm confirming. And I was like, let me ask you this. Have you had the opportunity? This is part of my phone script, y'all. I'm like, have you had the opportunity to carefully review the final numbers on your loan in detail? I said, what I mean by that is,
good question.
You know, if you owe money up front, or are you anticipating funds sometime after the closing or the disbursement date? And she said she hasn't got that paperwork just yet. I said, okay, cool. So, you know, we got like about a week for that to arrive. So I told her in the meantime, between time, I said, the reason why I'm asking this, if you have any questions or concerns about those final numbers, reach out to your loan officer. And I told her why. I said, the reason being because by me being a signing agent, I am not trained, nor by state law can I give out any interpretations of the mathematical part of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? On the loan, I'm laughing at your boy, a man out of Oakland. No, yeah, it's that, but it's really like,
hey. Don't ask me nothing.
But yeah, no, I mean, but I'm saying all that to say this, y'all, for real. So when I told her, she's like, okay, cool. So mind y'all, like I told you, that I discovered the alter statement was missing when I was, you know what I'm saying, sorting through the docs. So when I let the title company know that, hey, y'all, the alter statement is missing, is this correct? Because sometimes, on a rare occasion, the alter statement may not be in there on purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's like a real rare case. But even with that, I always reach out to let them know that, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, Jamar, don't worry about it. Okay, cool. But they was like, oh, good catch, Jamar. I'll send it to you right away. And then when they realized that the alter statement wasn't in there, they found out that her numbers was off. And she had told me that when I got there at the appointment. You know, she's like, I'm glad you told me what you told me. I'm like, what you mean? She said, just this morning, I found out that the numbers was off. Yeah. And she said, had I not told what I told, it's like check the numbers and verify before we hook up, to avoid, you know, any delays or any, like, you know, from the appointment going smooth as they supposed to, you know what I'm saying, how the appointments are designed to go. So that happens, and I just pretty much, man, just deal with it from there. But the title company and sign services, they definitely appreciate when you notice, like, you know what I'm saying, like if it is an error in the documents not being present.
Yeah, you know, I always like people that want to go into like become a loan signing agent. I always recommend that one, you know, take a, you know, learn what the loan officer duties are, right? Because what you're gonna need is, which they, I don't know anybody that's really teaching this. I know I'm not teaching it, but I worked with loan officers before in a title company.
Mm-hmm.
You need to understand the moving parts of the whole machine, right? Because it gives you better insight on one, how to price your services,
Right.
two, how to solve the problem more effectively, three, who are the key players in that closing happening, right?
Right.
Because you'll get a phone call from a realtor and you think she's a key player, but it's really not the realtor, it's actually the loan officer or the closer, right?
Right.
So if you're really going to attack this industry, the real estate industry, which is, there's plenty of money to be made in it. I mean, like it's ridiculous, but you have to be effective, part of the Notary 300, learn what these loan officers and title companies and even the lawyers have to go through. Like, so you understand the channels that, okay, the loan officer gets this, the lawyer's going to approve it, the closing agent, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
You're right. Sit back and you know, just peeping game, analyzing, just asking questions, and then, you know, too, the only way you really go know it is by being consistently in it, you know.
Yeah.
And like I said, and then too, a great way by being a great way how I learned the document, like I said, by working with like certain companies, because, you know, they like my services, they like how I communicate, and they also said that, you know, like their actual signers, you know, so like the clients, they like me. So like I said, so another, you know, what I'm saying, to go back to your original question, what's the good, the bad, the ugly? Like I said, so me opening up, expanding my level of communication, you know what I'm saying? I actually love the notary game, but like I said, like the bullshit that come with it, like I said, like with the title companies trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, lowball the whole game by setting up these signing service companies, and they want to pay you less. And then too, a lot of people, like I said, I have not personally experienced this on a consistent basis. Let me say that I have experienced it, but not on a consistent basis. What I mean by that, I haven't experienced like these super top paying title companies where it's like, where on average they paying you like 150 and up, like how like a lot of YouTubers and how like a lot of the information that's being promoted out there. I have not, me personally, I have not experienced that on a consistent basis. Like, yeah, I do run across it every now and then, don't get me wrong, but it's not like that. But then again, but remember I told you too, bro, I think by me living in a major city, I really believe like the loan signing agents here in Chicago, it could be somewhat, you know, flooded, whatever. Because a reason why I say that, because I was trying to sign with this one, I'm gonna name this. I was trying to sign with this one signing service company, and, you know, they wanted, you know what I'm saying, like they want to work with me, but when I gave them my price, you know what I'm saying, via on the application, they had to fill out like this long ass like application, whatever. I'm like, cool, I'll fill it out. You know what I'm saying? But it took me a while to fill it out, because I said that's how busy I've been. Like, I had applications for months, and I'm just now finishing it up. So they would, so they was at, you know what I'm saying? So basically they was presenting like their proposed fees. For instance, they want to pay you like 65 or $60 for a refi. That's just like fucking nuts to me. That's just like crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, that's basically like, that's equivalent to like minimum wage, you know what I'm saying? Like for the notary real estate side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, compared to like these super title companies that, you know what I'm saying, that people earn $150 or $125 on a regular basis. So that's like less than half of that. So when I sent them back my proposed price, they sent me back their, you know what I'm saying, their counter offer, and it was like maybe about like $5 more than what their actual offers is from the beginning.
So where do you think they get the audacity to ask that?
Man, that's $1 million question, man. I can only speculate, and you know what I'm saying, just based off what I, you know what I'm saying, what I personally been building with like other notary agents and just myself and you and I, and you know, with Andre and then the whole I think it just come from, like you said, like with the whole pandemic, you know, everybody been trying to scramble, so to speak, to figure out how to keep the lights on. And then, you know, like with guys like, you know, like Mark Wills and Bill Soroka courses, whatever, especially Mark Wills, you know, he like the face of the industry. Just
yeah. His course is thorough. I will give him that.
Yeah, they dope. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, and he get to the point, and you know, even though I know people got their different opinions about him, including myself, but I can honestly say, you know, he definitely showed me how to put food on my table. You know what I'm saying? Definitely that. And that's something I can't take away from, you know, and everybody go have opinion about the nuances to any goddamn course. You know? So like as you learn and you participate more in your appointed industry, you just go learn and grow any way, even from what you learn from whoever you got your foundational knowledge from. But you should always, you know what I'm saying, but if the foundation that you learn from that particular course, like for instance, Mark Wills, it still should stick with you. So what's so dope to me about his course, to me, one of the things was like how he'd show you how to explain the documents. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much just like, you know, brief overview, getting to the point, keep it kicking. You know what I'm saying? You know, instead, you know, I know some people, they want to like, you know, I know like some people like get like overly intimidated and they shook themselves, so to speak, and put too much pressure. Basically, you know, if you able to like teach what Mark Wills or what Tiger teach or what Bill Soroka teach and a couple other notary courses teach, whatever, the key to it is, what I found out for me, is to make it your own. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's shorter than what they teach you, if that's you, that's, you know what I'm saying, and like I'm saying, like if that's your style of communication, make it your own, embrace it, and I think that's a way you can find more enjoyment. I mean, well, at least I do. I find more enjoyment doing it that way, and I don't feel as like constricted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I still feel effective, and appointments is efficient because you know, so you already know, bro, I'm fast.
Yeah.
I'm fast. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I believe in being efficient, bro, because I know too, like a lot of the borrowers that I come across with, man, especially like here in Chicago, you know, people got other shit they want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you go run into the people that want to take their time, want to read line by line. And see, before in the beginning, I was geeing for that because, you know, I didn't know no better. I'm like, well, shit, if I do this, or, you know, if I come across rules, then they go rat me out to the damn science that will come there, hire me, and then they don't want to work with me no more. They ain't gonna want to, you know what I'm saying, collab with me no more. But that was all just rhetoric, just nonsense in my head. Now, true indeed, don't get me wrong, that can be a reality for a lot of us, but just so happened has not been my reality. So I've learned, the more and more I've been out here in the game, like when I do run across those who want to read line by line, I say, hey, I understand you might be astute or whatever the case may be. I understand that, you know, you're making like an important decision in your life. However, I'm a full-time loan signing agent, and the appointment is pretty much designed to work in both our favor. What I mean by that, you still have up to 3 business days to change your mind and to cancel his loan. So that's a real opportune time to get more familiar with the docs. And if you have more in-depth questions, you can reach out to your loan officer or your escrow officer, and he or she can go over into more greater detail.
I like that.
I'm allowed to. I said,
so you release yourself from all the liabilities on that. Yeah.
Right. Because I'm saying, I mean, because shit, if you let people read line by line, and then I'm saying, I also add this on that too. I said, however, if I allow you to keep reading line by line, we'll be here past. We'll be here past an hour, and I have other appointments after you, and then I'm saying after you, and just how I show up to you on time, I would like to show up to them on time, and I know they're waiting on my arrival. So I can't give you the loan documents, a copy of them, 3-day right to cancel, and you still want to monopolize the time. That we have to build a level of trust. And I tell them that. I said you have to trust when I'm telling you what the documents say on some overview cliff note shit. And you know what I'm saying? If you need further explanation, as I said before, reach out to the loan officer.
I love it. So we're gonna go into the live Q&A in just a second. But if you have any questions, put it in the chat. If you want to go live, type in live. You guys, you know how we get down. We jump on live and we chop it up. We family here. So Jamar, what advice would you give someone that is considering going into the loan signing agent side of work? What is some great advice you would give, like your nephew or your son or your daughter, like they want to do what you do? What's the best advice you would give?
Some best advice? I don't know if it's the best advice I can give or the best, but I tell you what, I can tell them some real solid best advice. That something, matter of fact, it's part of something that you and I discussed as I was building my loan signing business in the beginning. First and foremost, run it like a business. Run it like a business. So put your entrepreneur hat on. You know what I'm saying? Don't put, you know what I'm saying, and what I mean by that, don't necessarily put on the front like you're an entrepreneur, but actually learn to become one. Let that shit come from inside out, not outside in. You know what I'm saying? Don't wear it, be about it. I would definitely say that. I mean, from you having like efficient, up-to-date tools like a dope printer, the right notary journal, dressing professional. Like see me, I'm big into, like, you know what I'm saying, dressing business casual. So that's cool for me. And I know everybody got different price points and different budgets to extend that. Not that I'm out here trying to be like on some Ralph Lauren, Gucci stuff and all that. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, spending my profits on just shit is going to depreciate. No, but just looking a certain way that I can like look forward to getting up and going out in the field every day. So I would definitely say run it like a business. You know what I'm saying? From A to Z, run it like a business. Run it like a business. You know what I'm saying? You know, that means having a business account, having a LLC or a corporation. You know, I'm no tax accountant or anything like that, so I'm not qualified to give out tax advice or corporation advice, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. Just, you know what I'm saying, taking care, you know what I'm saying, keeping up your appearance and being and willing to be consistent, whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? Doing this consistently every day, right? I don't say whatever you do because we're talking about the loan signing because that's what you asked me. So willing to be consistent. That's the only way you really go be successful. You know what I'm saying? Is being consistent. And consistent could be 3 signings a day, 4 signings a day, 2 signings a day, a couple of signings a week, whatever a person's goal is to become consistent, whatever they want to get out of it, whether it's on a consistent part-time basis or a consistent full-time basis. Consistency is really the magic key that all these success teachers always talk about at the end of the goddamn day, consistently. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't trying to be consistent in whatever your chosen field, and in this case, the notary industry, you not go get the you know what I'm saying, you not go reap the benefits of the rewards, even through the war scars that I constantly earn. You know what I'm saying? It's still glory in that. And I would say another thing I would advise people on is level up on your fucking confidence. Level up on your confidence. Confidence. I repeat, confidence.
What now? Why do you say that?
To have the confidence to like knowing your self-worth, having confidence to know that you're gonna do a good job, everything's gonna be okay, no matter if you do fuck up at a damn closing. You know what I'm saying? Just having confidence and knowing that you can reach your goals if you, choose to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? And just having confidence. Like I said, remember that one example I just shared with the world and with your audience about how when I used to run to those that want to read line by line on the documents, my confidence back then wasn't where it's at now.
Gotcha. So you probably would have never said that to the client then.
Right, back then. You know what I'm saying? And then two, I think a lot of my confidence is built off just my goals, and two, like, since I'm big on my time,
Tech is a fool, man.
He said something about some donuts or some shit.
He said, have you ever bought donuts and gift cards to the title company?
Nah. Nah.
Yo,
I know where he got that from too. I
know where he got that shit from too.
Right, I already know. Cause you know, man, he asked why your boy. Now, I kind of got like an idea why he did that, but you know, just basically, man, you know, try and get that. I guess it's like it has been like a tried and true way, you know, to possibly increase your chances of getting more direct work or title work, but you know, different strokes for different. Man.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know, no, man, I ain't never I ain't never thought about shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, my coffee donuts to them is providing flawless, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like well executed documents to them, man. That's my.
That's how I see it, man. It, like, you know, if you're, it's a business to business transaction. So if your respective business, their respective business, I shouldn't have to bring tea and scrumpets to you, dude.
Right.
Right. It's just a mutual thing. We provide the service. You cut that check. We keep the relationship going like that.
Yeah.
Oh God, that I save my tea and scrumpets for the ones that work directly for me, right?
Yeah. You know the last. I mean, you know, like I said, I just haven't did it, man. I believe, like, I just, me personally, I don't really think it's needed, man. So I think, like, you know, your services should be the charm. Your services, how you get down, you know what I'm saying, your personality, how well you communicate. Because, you know, this business, like any other business, is all about communication. And, you know, if they see you consistently one of those people that communicate, what I mean by that, like, you will call and ask questions if you get stumped by something, or if the borrower want to know something, or, you know, you got a question about the docs. You know, escrow officers, they like that shit. You know what I'm saying? They like that shit. They say, like, a lot of times people try to go off the guessing game, and a lot of time the guessing don't always, you know what I'm saying, lead to a fruitful outcome. And like I tell people, mothers don't pay me to guess. They pay me to execute this signing. They pay me to go off what I do know based off, you know what I'm saying, what's true and what they want. You know what I'm saying? They don't pay me to guess. So if I feel I'm about to guess on something, you know what I'm saying, I just go ahead and get that, I'm saying, make that call. You know what I'm saying? Even sometimes it may be hard to get in contact with somebody. I'd rather do that than have to drive my ass all the way back. Like I said, I'm in Chicago, y'all. So they just say if I had to drive my ass all the way back 30 miles out to get something that I missed when I could just call them right then and there. So like I said, so I'm big on my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on, and I respect everybody's time. So I think, so back to what I was saying before, a man asked about the tea and crumpet type shit, the donuts. I think my confidence is built on, you know what I'm saying, me valuing my time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the best thing I can give somebody is running like a business, have confidence, and be willing to just learn along the way, and always be open and keep your mind fluid to do the same thing you do every day a better, more efficient way. So a lot of stuff that I learned that works for me, nobody taught me. You know what I'm saying? I just had to just learn off observation. Once again, I think learning off, you know what I'm saying, just value my time. Like, okay, if I do that, and then, you know what I'm saying? So if I value my time more, I could do more loan closings, you know what I'm saying, on a day-to-day.
You know, I think, like, a lot of the notaries that are coming into the game right now, they just don't know how to price their services correctly. So title companies, escrow companies, one thing you have to know about these loan officers is that they're salespeople. They are straight up hardcore salespeople. If you can literally go on YouTube and see what the job duties of a loan officer is.
Mm-hmm.
When you see how these guys get down, some of them will eat their own young, because what happens is they'll have somebody do a lot of the cold calls. Sometimes they'll do a lot of the cold calling themselves. They have a list. They're trying to convince this person that they need to refinance their home at a lower interest rate or whatever the case is. And they're literally like closing the deal, sometimes a 6-figure deal over the phone. And then they have to run to the person's house, get them to sign documents, run back and stuff like that. So once you understand, like, these people are literally negotiating and closing you on taking a lower pay rate,
Mm-hmm.
you'll approach it differently. I think a lot of people think they're a loan closer. This is a loan closer. He just wants to give me some business. No, this guy is a hardcore salesman. Hardcore. They're almost damn near like timeshare, bro. I kid you not.
You know what?
A lot of them are like, they're so hardcore that they'll put their, the first thing that I remember when I worked at a title company, they'll like, the first thing you need to do is convince your, what do they call it? Your circle of business, like your mom, your uncle, start closing their deals first.
Right.
And then start expanding outward. So a lot of them are attacking their family members first. So what happens is, if I could sell this to my mom, who I love very dearly, I could sell this to somebody that's not related to me at all.
With no problem.
With no problem. No emotion attached to it whatsoever. So then they attack, that's how they attack the industry. So if they say, hey, look, if I could save money on this, and what's crazy is the notary is the gatekeeper. Like, you can't get past that person. So I think if the notaries realize their self-worth and stop lowballing themselves and invest in yourself, like you invest in yourself. You've taken a bunch of people courses, right? And you've learned the game, which built up that confidence for you to be able to attack the industry the way you do. Now you're doing over 100 signings a month. If you just invest in yourself, you won't feel shortchanged. You won't say things like, this notary business ain't shit. Like, me personally, I won't forsake the notary industry. It took me out of an engineering and truck driving job.
Right.
This industry's been really, really good to me.
Right. Right. It's a dope ass industry. And like you said, I didn't even know that the loan officers get down at that, because I personally, like, far as like having a loan officer like reach out to me and say, hey, Jamar, we got a loan, blah, 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 blah. They don't really be the ones that contact me. Now, I don't know how it's like other signing agent professionals, but for me, that has not personally happened. I normally either talk to, like I said, somebody from the title company, whether it's like the regional manager, I talk to them a lot, you know what I'm saying, with certain title companies I work with, or the escrow officers, or the signing services themselves. And like I said, so I know the game, you know what I'm saying, it's beautiful. As I say it is, I know it, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that bread, everybody's trying to get, you know what I'm saying, like TJ Maxx, motherfuckers trying to get the max for the minimum out of all of our motherfucking asses.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
We got a question here too. So it says, what one piece of advice would you give to someone who has been an employee their whole life and taking a chance at entrepreneurship? Good question, Tech.
Well, you said one piece. I mean, well, I would tell him this. Now, remember earlier in this conversation, I was saying, like, I gave like a quick story about the whole my old job at the you know what I'm saying, at the hospital, at the University of Chicago Hospital. How can I word this? I would say, even though I was always known as a hard worker, I was always about my bread. You know what I'm saying? Doing overtime. Like, I remember it was a couple of times, but I was getting it in for, like, you know what I'm saying? Even though it was illegal back then, but it is what it is. I was doing like 21-hour shifts sometimes, bro. You know what I'm saying? But because they knew they could, because the department knew they could rely on me and they knew I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? And this, like I said, I had girlfriends at the time, all that. But, you know, when I was in focus mode, hey, I'm in focus mode. And I get to the other shit later. But back to that question, I would say just know on some entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying, the world, prepare to work more hours.
Good advice. That is an unspoken truth right there.
Yeah, prepare to work more hours. And so that kind of goes into the mentality. I'm pretty sure you heard it before. I'm pretty sure everybody else heard it. Like, you know, find some work that you go fucking enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Find something that you go, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, they don't mean like be phony enjoying it. That mean like actually enjoying it or actually liking the challenge or actually respecting the challenge enough to get your ass up every day and maybe have to go your, you know what I'm saying, or take your ass to bed late every day and get back up and do it all over again, you know what I'm saying, without sleeping all damn day. You know what I'm saying? Because it be some times, like I told, I'm telling Tiger earlier when we had a conversation, that I'm working on a website, and not me personally, I'm a web developer, but just working with my web developer, along with doing loan signings, along with doing like answering my phone and like getting new appointments, along with actually calling and confirm with the borrowers, staying in contact with the borrowers, go and pick up my printing supplies, go and pick up paper. It's, you know what I'm saying, all those, like you're saying, as you say, moving parts, and trying to build a website in a timely manner, because I thought my website would be ready today, but that's not the reality. So, but it should be ready by this weekend, for real, for real. So prepare to work long hours, you know what I'm saying? Embrace that, especially if you got goals, especially if you're trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, like get out of debt, or you try to go to the next level, wherever the next level might be for you. And hopefully, if you are in a relationship or you are married, you with somebody that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, they understand that some of y'all time together may be sacrificed. You know what I'm saying?
That is so true.
Definitely gonna have to be sacrificed. So having, you know what I'm saying, also too, prepare to become more emotionally mature. You know what I'm saying? Prepare to become more, you know, like a lot of shit that used to like bug me or like irritate me. It did, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Like, I ain't saying like I just graduated on this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking like Jedi master of this shit. Shit like that. I ain't putting it out there like that. But I came a long fucking way in a lot of shit, even in this industry and in the Uber game and just in life in general. You know what I'm saying? Just by being an entrepreneur. Because, you know, working with people, you got to be able to, like, you know, see things from other people's point of view, at the same time be you. You have to still be able to, like, let people know what your expectations is, what you try and get out of shit. You know, so you got to, you know what I'm saying? So for a lot of us, that's going to come with like growth and emotions. If you having being like in a toxic ass environment, or some shit like that, that's going to fuck with what you're trying to do on the entrepreneur side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A toxic environment would be like your home environment, being with your girl, or, you know, for women, being with your man. And, you know, that can get ugly. I know that's a whole other different like podcast within itself. I could, whatever. But definitely learn to become more emotional, mature. And the first one I said, just prepare to work long hours and feed your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like shit that's go elevate your attitude. You know what I'm saying? Towards yourself as well. You know what I'm saying? Towards your self-concept. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to be like on the upper echelon, whatever you might consider upper echelon, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and like, you know what I'm saying? I rock with you. I fuck with you. No matter what, through the good, bad, the ugly, through the slushy side town, streets in the snow, I fuck with you, Jamar. No matter what. You got to tell yourself, you are the flies notary out here. No matter what the fuck happened, if your car break down, if a motherfucking borrower say you suck at whatever the fucking case may be, or you forgot your script, you still gotta feel like that fly dude or that fly female when you.
I love that, man, because yeah, well, you know, this is one of the reasons why I rolled out the Notary War Room is to one, everything is always changing, right? Like
Yeah.
you know, a year ago there was no COVID. Nobody was walking around with masks all the damn time, right?
Right.
But now we are. So
Right.
how do we prepare for that? How are things changing in the real estate side and home life and all of this stuff? So it's like it's a war room. And
Yeah.
I'll explain it again. The war room, when you're going to war, you're not just fighting on land. You're fighting in the sea. You're fighting in air. It is a fight in all terrain, like the
Yes.
art of war. So
Yes.
the better you equip yourself to be able to navigate through this lifestyle that we call entrepreneurship, you're more than just a notary. The notary just happens to be a profession that you chose, but
Yes.
you're more than a notary. You are this celestial being that can do anything. You just haven't realized that you could do that shit yet.
Yeah, yeah, and just to add on to what you're saying, you're a celestial being, and just so happen your current suit or your current costume or your current masquerade is you a fucking notary. You a fly notary.
Indeed.
You know what I'm
Indeed.
saying? So no matter what entrepreneur industry you want to get involved in, you know what I'm saying? Look at it, like you said, like look at this shit as like a costume party or some shit like that. You know, I can't tell y'all exactly how to look at it. I'm just giving y'all like some little shit like how I look at shit just for my own personal self. And two, another thing I would say too, not taking shit so personal and all that shit. So if you take something like you know what I'm saying, like I think taking something personal is really like your call and your DNA to say you need to change some shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of taking shit personal, take that as a challenge. Like, you know, I need to change this shit, whatever. Because at the end of the day, the outside world, outside motherfuckers is gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? That's how this shit is designed in this matrix, in this reality, and just with life in general. But since we live in America and all that, we gonna keep it there. But I'm pretty sure cross seas, whatever the case may be, I'm pretty sure people may have similar, you know what I'm saying, outlooks as I do, whatever. But yeah, definitely having that mind frame has served me well. But definitely having the right environment, I think is really, 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 really important, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether that environment is by yourself or whether you guys say you have a family or whatever the case may be, you know, definitely be like the motherfucking old school commercial, Mr. Clean, goddammit, and be willing to clean up your toxic environment on site. Don't wait for that shit to fester, because you already know, you know what I'm saying? Just like with pest control and all that shit, whatever, if you wait long enough for problems to bloom and blossom, aka get bigger, it's more money for the pest control people. You get what I'm saying?
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like learn to like deal with toxicity on site. Learn how to get rid of toxic way of thinking, toxic habits, toxic people, you know, toxic conversations, toxic foods. Learn to get rid of that, you know what I'm saying, that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think I hear like a lot of entrepreneurs talk about health and toxicity, but I don't hear it like, we don't hear enough of it. You know what I'm saying? Well, everybody just so caught up in the light, cameras in action, just chasing the bag. To me, entrepreneur is definitely a big part of chasing the bag, but really, when you think about it, at least I do, entrepreneur is more like, it's a spiritual journey, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'll agree with you on that.
It's a way to cultivate the real you. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, whatever problems that you had before your ass decided to be an entrepreneur, they're gonna show up in your industry. It's gonna show up. You know what I'm saying? You can run, but you can't hide, like Ice Cube said. You know what I'm saying? You can run, but you can't hide from the West Side. You know what I'm saying? On that song called "The Predator" back in the day. But whatever problems that you may have in your life, whatever personal problems, whatever insecurities and all that shit you have, is gonna show up in some sort of fashion. West Coast, I agree with that. It's gonna show up in some sort of fashion. So be willing to confront and embrace who you really are, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, I really want to thank you guys for tuning in. This was something that we were supposed to do last month, and we're here now, and we got it popping. I want to thank Jamar Ra for gracing the Notary War Room with his presence. Any last words, brother? Anything you want to leave off for the people? Like, where?
Man, first of all, it was an honor, man, to be on here, man, for real, for real. I mean, seriously, man, and all those listening in the live chat room and those who listen on the podcast, man, you know, I'm definitely just honored to be here. Like I said, my man here, he's a great mentor. Like I said, he helped put that entrepreneur battery in my back. But no, I'm just honored, man. And as I'm learning to say, like one of my favorite sayings of lately is, "What a time to be alive! What a time to be alive!" And this pandemic has been like a huge fucking blessing for me, man. I mean, seriously, you know, from the time when Uber got slow to the time where the notary industry saw me, you know what I'm saying, allowed me to grow. I say, even though, you know what I'm saying, like dealing with like lowballing ass, you know, title companies or you know, signing services is all good, like I said, because I love the game. So I honestly think that, you know what I'm saying, it was meant for me to do this. Like I said, you know, even on my not so good days, whatever, I'm still ready to get back out there.
There's a lot in store for you, brother. I know some of the goals that you have in the future. So, you know, this is just a stepping stone for some of the greater things that you have going on in the future, man.
One more thing I want to say, because I know you know what I'm saying, your time part limited right now. I would definitely say too, you know, another thing to prepare for and to consider, guys who want to come into this industry, and for those who's in this industry. Mm-hmm. Energy is the key. Having stamina is the key, because as he said, I have did like 100 closings before in you know what I'm saying, in a month's time before, you know what I'm saying? So you got to have stamina and energy to deal with a multitude of people on a day-to-day basis. So the times when I am doing like 100 closings in a month, that's like 7 or 8 signings sometimes in a day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So having the mental, you know what I'm saying, like the mental energy and the physical energy, you know what I'm saying? So and I know that's a whole other podcast.
I know, right, Tech? 7 to 8 per day. I'm like, yeah.
yeah. Real talk, man. This, you know what I'm saying? No cap. Real. Matter of fact, this past Friday, I had 7 closings. It would have been 8, but one of them got canceled. So having the mental and physical fortitude for this, man, you know, to be consistent and to be successful and depend on your market is another key thing too. And I know everybody ain't trying to do 7, 8, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I know I got like shit I want to do, as my man just said. So, and then too, like, it's just me out here. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not in a relationship right now, so I can go ahead and do 7 or 8 without having like to feel like I'm shortchanging somebody, or you know what I'm saying, shortchanging, I'm saying, like the girl in my life.
That's whatever. So damn important. Wait. I was gonna cut it off there, but we got to go into that. See, this is one of the dopest things right here. It's because a lot of people don't see the backstory of what you just said.
What's that?
They're looking at it as 7, 8 appointments, right?
Right.
But no kids, not married, right? So you're living your best life right now.
Right.
So somebody that is married and has kids, dude, you're sacrificing the time that you can be spending with your family. So now you're running 7, 8 appointments. Yeah, you're making some good money or whatever. But when you get home, your kids don't even know you, recognize you. Your wife is like, you don't spend any quality time with me. Now your home is in shambles. That is not being a successful entrepreneur. There has to be at least a manageable balance, right? There's not going to be a balance, but there is, like, you can manage that a little bit versus, hey, Jamar Ra does 7, 8. I want to do 10, 12. Jamar Ra is killing it.
Right.
He doesn't have to report to anybody. I got to report to my wife. I got to report to my kids after I get off the notary war room. You know
Right.
what I mean? I got to check in.
Right.
I have to check in. Yeah, exactly. Like Desperate Housewife, you go see him in the club, shaking it up and shit, popping a bottle with another nigga.
right. Trying
Champagne sipping, wood grain gripping.
Man, hey, yeah, man, that 7-8 appointment, like, man, I mean, yeah, man, you definitely have to consider all factors. I know everybody's situation is different, so that's why I wanted to make that known. But I have, you know what I'm saying, like a couple of YouTube channels I checked out. I have known this one person in particular. They got a family and they do like 7 or 8 closings on average.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they definitely sacrificing. And I think like they only off day, which is mine, is on Sunday. You know, that's the day that they spend time with their family and do what, you know what I'm saying, do all that cool family stuff, man. But put like this, I wouldn't do 7, 8 closings if I didn't love what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely then again another reason why I would do it too, if I was like super deep in depth. And don't get me wrong, we all live in America, so we all got some form of debt, you know what I'm saying, that we all trying to clean up, you know what I'm saying, no cap in here, you know, I'm pretty transparent when it comes to that, because I believe, especially us as Black people, we got to have more open and honest, transparent conversations.
I agree.
You
know
what I'm saying? You know, if we know what fucking millionaires make, or billionaires make, or 6-figure motherfuckers make, why we can't know what, you know what I'm saying? How come we can't discuss this, that, and the third? I know too, our level of trust is not there.
Yeah.
Whole conversation. Probably gotta do another podcast for that. But but yeah, having the energy, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, not having like as less toxic shit around your life. Cause see what happens, man, what I'm noticing, man, I hear it like with the you know what I'm saying, I ain't capping, I ain't bragging, but like you know what I'm saying, several title companies and signing service companies have told me, like, the clients say that they like my energy. I've had clients tell me, text message me like weeks after the closing or days after the close, like, man, I really enjoy signing them damn papers with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's me that's by me working on myself. You know what I'm saying? That's by me telling y'all all this stuff, y'all, the audience asked me about my best piece of advice and all that. That's me working on myself. So I look at being an entrepreneur, it's a spiritual endeavor. I mean, what else could it be?
We got another question. What do you think about hiring a signing agent, hiring assistant?
We kind of talked about that.
Printer, drop off docs. Oh, okay.
We kind of, you know what I'm saying? We kind of like talked about that earlier, right?
Yeah.
So say the question again. Read me the question.
So what do you think about hiring is that right?
A signing agent assistant?
A signing agent assistant.
What would be their duties?
So printer, printing. So they would hire, they would do the printing, dropping off the documents, emails, etc.
Okay. This is something like, matter of fact, you and I talked about this.
And all you do is just stamp. Yeah, but what we're doing is more virtual, right? He's talking about actually having a physical assistant.
I would say, if I did have the opportunity to hire like a notary signing agent professional assistant, I would say I would hire, you know what I'm saying, woman, whatever case may be, to like, you know what I'm saying, like if I had it, you know what I'm saying, like on some wish list type shit, to like, you know, set the appointments with the borrower, fill my calendar up, you know, like order, like, you know what I'm saying, like my paper, my printing needs and all that stuff. And I would just like have it set up where only thing I'm doing is just showing up at the appointment, because I can't outsource that.
Right.
And me dropping off the documents, you know what I'm saying? So I would want to just deal with only the appointment-based activities itself. You know what I'm saying? For me, you know what I'm saying, like print out the documents.
Right. So in your case, you would print, run to the print, notarize, scan. Well,
print.
Now, okay, let me ask you this.
What's up?
Do you have to scan your documents immediately after the closing, or that's something that you can
Hey, now
actually?
that's tricky. I'm gonna tell you why, bro, because some of these signing services and some of these title companies, depending on who you work with, is different. What I mean by that is like someone wants you to like immediately scan after the closing, but depending on if you got like a mobile office in your car, and depending on how far the sign is from your home office, because I'm pretty sure most of us got a home office or a building office, that may not be possible.
Right.
So with that being said, you gotta let the sign. I mean, what I always do, I let the signing service or the title company know, like, hey, you know, now depending on if I got like other appointments immediately following who want the scan back, I let them know like, hey, expect scan backs back in the next 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, but I think I told you. I don't know if I told you again, but I rearranged my my mobile office. So now my mobile office is way more efficient now. You know what I'm saying? Like me having a scanner in my car, me having a printer and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta get like one or two more other things like to make it like complete. Then I'm good to go. So I can at that level of my mobile office now, I can scan back documents pretty fast. Now,
I think Tech was saying your assistant would handle the scanning. Now, here's the thing about that, Tech, is that he would literally have to drive back to the home office to give the papers to his assistant to scan, and then most likely he's going to have to take those paperwork back and drop it off at a UPS or FedEx for it to be overnight.
Right.
So you would actually be putting another task in between.
So he's saying something about he said, bro, the assistants would meet me at the closing location.
Oh, okay. The assistant
Right, the closing location.
House. Oh,
right. I can see that, but I would say, to be honest with you, man, if you got like a scanner in your car and you can power that baby up, that might be faster than having an assistant. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Always on deck, because like I said, because you know, you gotta keep in mind too, like depending on where you living at, traffic, this, that, and the third. Then two, you know, if you know what I'm saying, you know, God forbid if something happened with the documents while they're in the hand of your assistants,
yeah,
you gotta eat that blame.
Yeah, because it's kind of to me, my frame of mind to think is like it's disruptive because you would have two people showing up to one appointment.
That, and then too, like I said, if something happened with the documents or they fall like unfriendly hands or some shit like that, then the title company and the sign service company, they'll be trying to holler at you. So that might, I'm just saying, like in a out the box worst case scenario, that might jeopardize your relationship with it, because you know too, like we still gotta like uphold like a level of like, you know what I'm saying, like just like secrecy, working like in the hospital,
privacy
like,
and stuff.
Right, you know what I'm saying, like the HIPAA laws. You know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, kind of like with hospital patients. So we still gotta like up. You know what I'm saying, so that's why signing services, you know, they always signing service and title companies say they don't want you hiring or subcontracting your appointment that they schedule you for.
Oh, really?
That would be kind of yeah, man. So all of them don't say that, but every now and then I do see, like, including in the loan documents, they say do not subcontract your signing to another loan. I mean, signing service. I mean, notary signing agent professional.
Wow.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I don't read them contracts, bro.
You know what? It's like part of the it's like part of the document. Well, what somebody else say? Good idea. It was, I don't know. It was another question. It was a young lady had a question. One of the ladies.
Tanisha said, "Good help is hard to find. It is a good idea, but they would have to be very trustworthy."
Yeah, and it's like it could get tricky. That's why I would say the answer to that, I'm saying to my man out in Oakland, I would definitely say just get like a power inverter in your car so you can power up your scanner and be willing to invest, especially if you go see yourself doing this on a regular basis. Like I said, once again, I'm all about efficiency. And you definitely want to get you like one of the higher end models of the scanners where they least be able to scan like about 40, 45 pages and up per minute. You know what I'm saying? So I got that here in my home office, and I got a similar scanner out in the trunk of my car.
Really mobile.
Yeah, really mobile, man, because like I said, you know, it has been times where traffic wasn't on my side, and I had to like get some shit scanned back at the same time, I had to go back out and do 1 or 2 other appointments, and it just stressed me out, just, you know what I'm saying, for lack of a better word, you know what I'm saying, just fuck my schedule up. You know, and then too, another thing to keep in mind too, like when you say about the scan backs, I noticed too, like a lot of these companies, they don't want to pay a decent price for scan backs. Some of these signing services, I don't see it too much with the title company. You just got to pretty much just ask for the title company. But like a lot of these sign services, man, they expect you to do like a refinance or a buyer's or seller's package for $90 or less with scan backs. Or even as a damn loan application. Matter of fact, you remember the first signing service I told you that I got hired through, right? Right, without saying no names. And you remember I told you like what my experience been like with them ever since. I really don't like too much work with them too much any longer. Yeah. But they still send me like, you know, offers through SnapDoc still every now and then, but not very often. Just the other day, they had offered me a job to do a reverse mortgage. And I don't know if everybody know how big the damn reverse mortgage is.
How many pages of reverse mortgages?
At least 200. At least.
Minimum,
at least 200. So they was trying to get me to go out and do a reverse mortgage application with scan. So you know, if a reverse mortgage, the actual loan documents for like reverse mortgage is at minimum 200. You know, the goddamn loan application about 150. If not 200, is damn self.
Right.
And they presented an offer to me, and I'm saying like, and whoever else bid off of it, they bid off of it. They was trying to get somebody to go out there and do it for $75 with scan backs.
And courier? Did they have to drop it off at a FedEx too?
Yeah.
See that again? Yeah, bro. Like
that's the part. Hey, put like this. Anything done in the loan signing world, bro. Just so I mean, I don't know if you're not clear, or like anybody out there not clear, or anybody just want to get like further information about it. All that shit got to be ran back either through UPS or FedEx per closing appointment. Per closing. Yes. So you always gonna have the courier service aspect to all of the assignments. And like I said, and so you having to provide scan backs in a timely manner, whatever the case may be, I say it's just additional stress. So I say I had to, you know what I'm saying? So a great part of life of a healthy individual is what? Learning how to manage stress. So that's why. Okay, let me ask you this. Here goes another good question, man. What's up? Yeah, we gotta do extended version. I'm gonna add an extended version to the video. It's all good. It's the all bonus good material. For sure. Okay, so let me ask you this. What's up? From the moment a title or escrow company calls you to when you actually finally complete everything, I mean the actual drop off to FedEx. Right. The beginning to end, the whole journey. What is the timeline? I'm talking about driving everything, bro. Don't leave nothing out. Driving, you talking about printing, everything. I'm trying to gauge a timeline. I need to understand how long does it take for one client, one. Right. So from the beginning to end, from emails, because you remember the last one we did, this lady damn near sent like 15 emails to me. I'm like, damn, Jamar, you got to go through this shit. Oh, yeah, you talking about when we first, yeah. I was like, you got to go through all these damn emails for one client. I remember that. That was the closing out the suburbs. I remember that shit. Matter of fact, it was last spring around this time. Yeah, man. Yes.
So Tech, pay attention to this, bro.
Right, because
beginning to end, bro. I need a timeline.
Okay. I mean, because remember in that scenario, all the documents wasn't present. And then remember, you know what I'm saying? Because remember, that's how you started to find out, like, damn, like, bro, like all these documents. I'm like, yes, all these documents supposed to be present for this type of close. I think it was a refinance or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. But anyway, to get back to the original question, so we ain't talking about, I mean, I'm saying, so what I mean by this, so we talking about me trying to contact the client to confirm the appointment. So we'll say, if they're not available, I gotta leave my call script for that, you know, send my voicemail call script. And then a lot of times after that, I would, you know what I'm saying, depending on how much time I got, I would immediately text message them. Because see, even though a lot of title companies and a lot of signing services don't like this, but this is the fucking 21st century. And this is the, right, as you say, this is the rise of the modern notary. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Text messaging, a lot of times gonna be your main mode of communication with Indeed. A lot of clients, man. Because a lot of clients, they don't answer their calls unless it's like maybe they family. Even with that, they probably put their ass on text message mode. So I learned that quickly. I learned that quickly that the main mode of communication with a lot of people, including myself, is text messaging. So we'll take that in. And also too, shout out to Tiger Toledo, y'all on this. He the one that advised me, remember this, bro? You told me I need to get that Swift key. The Swift key guy?
Yeah.
Now you were saying that in the mode of like the general notary world, but bro, has that been a fucking gold nugget in the loan signing agent world, bro? Like my Swift key know when I'm talking to a client, because I got like a business phone, you know what I'm saying, through T-Mobile, through my business name, you know what I'm saying, keeping everything official. As I say, you gonna do this entrepreneur shit, run like a business, and get you a business phone, you know what I'm saying, and allocate that with nothing but business calls. So my Swift key know me so much, so when I'm texting my clients, potentially, you know what I'm saying, like the clients, they are, you know what I'm saying, it's already keyed in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. So with that, and also, like you said, waiting on the documents from the title company and the signing service company to the time I print out the documents, to the time I sort out the documents. And God forbid, if it's like a hiccup in the documents, meaning like a document I know is missing and all that, to the time I'm driving to the client, to the time I'm parking, finding a park, depending on where I'm at in the city, to the time I actually meet the client, they open the door, and you know, a lot of people don't know this too, bro. I don't think me and you never really talked about this, but I'm gonna put this out here too. Another thing too, guys, to be aware of before we come into this industry, a lot of clients are pet parents, or they have pets, they got dogs and cats. So I know a lot of people, like especially like a lot of women, they may not be comfortable with that. Like, you know what I'm saying, being embraced by dogs. And you know, like some borrowers, they will let you know, even like when I'm confirming appointments or through text message, they're like, hey Jamar, we have dogs and cats. Are you cool with that? Absolutely. I am cool. Now peep this, y'all. Now I didn't grow up with pets. You know what I'm saying? My mom, I grew up in a single household. She wouldn't have it. She was scared of dogs and cats. She wasn't trying to her, that was like another bill. Plus she was scared out of her mind. So I've learned, you know what I'm saying, from my ex, because she had a dog. So that was like the beginning of my pet journey. So it was like everything I was doing, like the 5 years prior to me becoming a loan signing agent, it was like just basically preparing me for this industry. Now that I'm talking about it, not live with y'all. So now back to what I was saying. So from the time I go into the client's home, execute the signing. And on average, for me, my signs take anywhere from like 40 to 50 minutes. That includes me that includes the borrower signing date, initializing all the documents. That includes me notarizing the documents right there in front of them. And that includes me getting them to sign my notary journal and double checking my work. So between 40 and 50 minutes, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit long, like I said, depending on if like the numbers ain't right, whatever the case may be, or like some other unforeseen circumstances that may extend it to happen, shit happens, you know what I'm saying? Just life. But on average, about between 40 to 45 minutes, 50 minutes at the most on average. So with all that being said, then to the time I'm dropping off the documents, I would say probably each appointment.
Well, then you got to do the scan backs, right?
Right. Okay. Right. The scanning, this, that, and the third. And you know what, too, man? I don't know if you aware of this, but I think I probably told you. Now you know they got two different types of scan backs, bro. They got what they call critical scans and full scan backs. Now, critical scan backs is like documents like the closing disclosure, the note, the mortgage, the 4506T. That's a tax document. The 10003, that's the uniform application. And they also changing the uniform application up, bro, because before what used to be the uniform application, maybe like 4 or 5 pages of legal size documents, depending on who you work with, what title, what lender, what title company you work with, they have decided, and I know this is more and more, bro, so all you notaries that's in the game now, y'all probably can feel where I'm coming from, and all you potential notaries, just be on the lookout for this, that now the newer loan applications is 10 to 15 pages in letter size documents. So once again, continuing with my critical scan back list. So that majority of the affidavits, the notice of right to cancel, the borrower certification, and if it's like funds collected, meaning like if they owe funds at the closing in the form of a certified check or a personal check, some companies want them. Now, y'all may be asking yourself this, or this is what I asked myself, at least after a while. I did a couple of them after a while, and I saw what they was paying. I'm like, you pretty much send over all the fucking documents. They just like nitpicking, like, we want this, we want this, we want this, we want that. So what I started doing, and I ain't suggest this to nobody, but I'm pretty sure a lot of other notary signing agents do the same thing. I just send them back the whole loan package.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? It just makes sense because, like, who the hell got time? Like I said, keep in mind, I'm doing on average 4 to 6 closings a day and sometimes 7 to 8. So who the hell got time in the city of Chicago or any other major city or any other, you know what I'm saying, city or you know what I'm saying, state that you live in to like nitpick through all them damn documents and put them back in order that you had them in? No, it's not practical. So whatever they pay me, like I said, if they paying like, you know what I'm saying, at the very low end, like I would say like anywhere between like 10 or 15 bucks on the low end, that's about pretty much about, you know, about fair, about, you know what I'm saying, about, you know what I'm saying, like for most of them go pay you. I have heard where people got like 25 per scan documents, but that's probably more like towards like the end of the year, as we all know, when the industry is more busier. And like you, as you say, as Tiger taught me, when they're more pushed to get things done. Done, so they would, you know what I'm saying? So the price of meat go up like the Willie Dynamite movie. Straight up, man. But so with all that being said, bro.
And then so after scan backs, and then you're doing the drop off. Right.
Driving to UPS or FedEx, waiting in line for that. But the cool thing about FedEx, I don't know you know about this. I don't know how often you go to FedEx, but do you know since the pandemic, FedEx has this machine, right?
Yeah, I've seen that now. You can just scan it and then drop it off in the box.
Right, built only for Federal Express packages only, which is perfect for the notary signing because all the FedEx drop-offs you're going to do is what? FedEx Express packages.
Right.
But the thing with this, all FedEx locations don't have those. So not yet. But see, I got so cool with a number of different FedEx locations here in Chicago in the suburbs because they see me all the time, and you know we just build like a rapport, and you know I'm just like becoming more and more like a people person. Like I said, I enjoy what I do. So one of the managers told me, the only ones that have those FedEx drop-off boxes is the ones that are busy, are considered like it's like a high value, high traffic area. Okay. If they don't have a high traffic area, that means you got to stand in line is what I'm leading up to. And you know what I'm saying? You know, remember in the pandemic, you know, everybody and mom out here hustling, everybody and mom out here sending shit through eBay or ordering stuff from eBay. So you got to deal with that, especially during the holiday. I don't even want to talk about that during the holiday season. Some of them lines was long as I don't know what. I mean, outside in UPS and in FedEx. So with all that being said, if I had to do like a grand total of the whole shebang, probably like about like an hour and 45 to maybe like 2 hours per closing.
That's what that I came and
probably more like 2 hours. When you throw in, like I said, traffic and depending on where you're going and all that, probably about 2 hours of the grand closing.
And I was saying, all right,
Grand
look, 30 minutes, let's just say it's a 30-minute drive, right?
Right.
30-minute drive, then you get to the client's house, you say 45 to 50 minutes. I'll just say 45 minutes, right?
45 minutes.
But then you have to add your printing. You print it out. They'll probably take, 10 minutes to print out.
Well, with my printer, man, my printer, I know the industry favorite and standard, and the one that's widely promoted is the Brother dual tray printer. They print out like because I got one in my car, in my trunk for my mobile office. They print out about 44 pages per minute at a time. But the printer I got, it prints out 65 pages.
A minute.
So like I don't have to wait too long for my stuff to get
Tanisha said, "Where that you?"
Oh, what was she say?
Can you show that printer you got?
Yeah. Let me see if I can show it. If not, I mean, I'm gonna show it, and then I'm gonna tell you what printer model is and what's the make and brand. I don't mind sharing that game.
Okay.
So
cool.
Let me see here. Let me know if you guys hold on.
Oh, it's the Lexmark. Okay.
Yeah, Lexmark. And this is a dual tray. And let me see if I can. Nah, I gotta go up more. I gotta upgrade my laptop game life, y'all. So pardon me. So this is a Lexmark dual tray model B2865. Now I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on. Let me show y'all right here. Hold on.
Tech, he said it's anywhere from like an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours per closing. Right? Is that right, Jamar?
Yep, that's what I said. Yep, exactly. Can y'all see this?
And that's him knowing what the hell he's doing, by the way.
Right. That's because I say right. You're talking about the whole grand total. Let me see. Can y'all see? Oh, there we go. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Right. So that little light, that's like the little, you know what I'm saying, let you know like your status of supply settings, work off Wi-Fi, all that fly stuff, whatever. But it's called a Lexmark B2865 printer. And it says it's probably about 65 pages per minute. And yes, it's a different price point than the Brother, but man, to me, like I said, for how I get down, it's worth it. And the ink is not as much as you guys would think. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. Because with the Lexmark printer, you got two options about ink, and this is the ink cartridge right here. Y'all see it? Right there. So with that, see, Lexmark, you can buy like freshly new ink. What I mean by freshly new ink, like just it's a higher price point. And then they got something called like recycle program where they try and like go green and save the earth, things of that nature, whatever. So the ink, I'm saying, so it's recyclable, but it's still good to go, guys. I have not had not one hiccup in my printer. What I mean by that, my printer ain't never just threw up ink all every goddamn well, nothing like that. So for the average price for that cartridge that for that time I just showed y'all, I pay like about $330 for that. And
$330 for that cartridge?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
$330 for that ink cartridge. But I know
right.
Right. They're like, oh, hey.
Now the comments coming through here like, God damn.
Right. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me pull up something real quick, y'all. While the questions come in, give me one.
Yikes.
Pull up one. 1 second, because I want to be accurate. Because like I said, I work with it.
Woo!
It is in this box.
Shit. 330.
Right, because it's called one extra high yield. It ain't on the box. Hold on 1 second, guys. I know y'all like, damn, like, yeah, man, that's
yeah. I mean, if I spend 330 on some ink, bro, that shit better print out half of Barnes and Nobles in this motherfucker, man.
But you know what? I feel you. I feel it because I was like that at first. So I'm like, hold on, man, wait a minute, like what? Hold on. Let me see. Lexmark. We go figure this out. But it's definitely worth it, guys. Trust me. I'm about to give y'all the exact. And I don't want to mislead nobody. B2865.
So how long would a cartridge like that last?
Well, for me, based on the volume I do, man.
Let's say average.
Right.
On average 150 documents, right? Per title company. Right. How many assignments like that? 150 docs.
Okay, right now I'm on the Lexmark website now, and I'm looking at the exact toner that I get, and the pages of the year on average, 30,000 pages.
That's impressive.
30,000 pages. So for me,
God damn.
So for me, right here. So for me, can you see that on the screen?
Yeah. That's not bad.
So 30, right, so for me on average, bro, I'm probably like I could probably burn through one of them probably like anywhere between 3 weeks and a little bit under 3 weeks.
So that's about 200 assignments. If the average assignment is 150 documents, you can literally print out about 200 assignments. Yeah, right. It definitely pays for itself.
Oh yeah. I mean, right. I mean, because remember, keep in mind, I got to print out the documents for them to sign, the documents to keep.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Right. So I'm printing out 2 sets of documents per signing. So I'm printing out literally. So if the average refinance is 150 pages, I'm printing out actually 300 to leave 1 copy with the borrower.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Is that typical?
That's by put like this, by law you're supposed to do that. And that's what the title company and signing services, no matter who you with, they're gonna expect you to do that. So that's just a part of the real estate closing game, y'all. Now, like I said, so I'm yielding 30,000 pages for, and like I said, like with tax and free shipping, because I know where to go to get it at. And those who are interested, whatever, we can work something out. I can tell y'all where to get it at. Damn, what was I saying?
You were saying that the typical is like.
Oh, right. So compare this to like the Brother.
Yeah.
Laser. I'm saying like dual tray printer, bro. If I think like their high yield cartridge only puts out like about a little bit less than 10,000 for the most popular Brother printer that's been widely promoted, which is when I got out of the car. So and that's like about on average, because I was getting mine through Sam's Club. You know what I'm saying? Because they got like the cheapest price along with Amazon. Shit, you paying like about $110, $115 just for one of those. So yeah. Shit, so like I noticed like in the summer I was burning through them. And then, like a lot of times, like as the Notary Signing Agent gang got more and more popular due to the pandemic last year, and it was the point in time where Amazon completely sold out of the printers, and they had like back orders for the actual toner cartridge. So I had to start getting them more through Sam's Club, and that's when I found out Sam's Club's price is a little bit cheaper. But here's the thing with Sam's Club was that they only allow you per month. Check this out, y'all. They put regulations on that motherfucker. Meaning that you couldn't get no more than, I believe, 2 or 3 toners at a time per month per customer.
Really?
Yeah, so I was going past that. I was going past like the allotted, you know what I'm saying? Ink. I'm saying like I'm about to say ink cartridge, laser toner cartridge they will allow me to purchase in a month time. So when you compare those cards, I said on average, like I said, less than you get less than 10,000 yield, you know what I'm saying, for that particular printer model, the Lexmark, you come out better in long run. Of course, the printer itself is higher, way higher. It's a little bit higher on the front end, depending on how you look at it. But the toner itself, pay for itself.
See, I just learned something today. I did not know that you would have. Well, I don't do the loan signing personally. I contract that out, but
right.
I did not know you have to print out an extra set.
Oh, you ain't know that? I thought I told you that.
I didn't know consistently. I know some of the loan companies we dealt with, they tell us, can you print out an extra set? Sometimes I'll even ask them and they'll say, no, it's not necessary. Bro, they'll send a copy.
Bro, that's a part of the game. For, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever get that, like, you know what I'm saying, those type of clients again, yeah. Hey, that's consider that a blessing, bro. But for the most part, that's a standard part of the game, bro, is printing out an extra set of documents for the client. And keep in mind, remember what we said, you know what I'm saying, like, even though we joked about it, about them damn reverse mortgages, them haunted house size ass documents and shit. So you would literally yield, you know what I'm saying, end up using a whole stack of one ream of paper just for a reverse.
No, I'm pissed off that I could have been making more money. I would have been charging their ass a little bit more.
Yeah, bro. Yes, you have to. So that's why I said, so with the 30,000 joint, it just make more sense just based off the number of closings that I've been doing up until this point. Now, everybody like starting the game, they probably don't want to do it like that. You know what I'm saying? The brother printer makes more sense in the beginning, but depending on how hard you go at it and depending on how much you love it, because I don't think I would go harder into it if I didn't really love it, to be into it, to be honest with you. That's what led me up to this baby right here, man.
Yeah, Tanisha said there was only one lender I had to sign that they did not want to print out 2 copies.
Yes. So shit. I mean, so she just proved what I said. That's a rare moment, bro. Yeah, you should have been.
Because I charge a minimum of 16 cents per page.
I wish you had told me that you didn't. You wanted. I thought I told you that, but man, I would have told you a long time ago.
Well, only because I don't print out the document, so I pretty much left it for the signing agent to do that. But now I feel bad because I could have been paying the signing agent a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could have paid that signing agent a little bit more for printing out that extra set of copies versus like they're running up their toner and they only, I'm thinking they only print out 1 set. Mm-mm. And then the title company actually will send a copy to the client.
No, man. That's in the general notary world, but in this world, in the real estate mortgage industry, nah, man, they expect 2 sets of copies on a letter and legal size paper.
Yeah, at 150 pages at 16 cents minimum, like I'm about to go up on that. I could have made an additional $24 and then split that with the notary in the joint,
Hey, bro, hey, go ahead and continue blessing the industry, bro, by raising the standard. Seriously, man, because, hey, man, let's talk about that for a minute, bro. You know and I know, man, if the signing service and the title companies feel they can get you, they go get you.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
So I love the game, and I love, and I want other notaries to come in and existing notaries to come in for all of us to allow, you know what I'm saying, the title companies and these sign services, let them know, like, yo, bro, we are in most cases, I don't know if you know this, in most cases, not only are we the gatekeeper of the closing, but we are the only face that the client sees throughout the entire process. So we represent them, you know what I'm saying, whether we want to or not, you know what I'm saying? We kind of like employees of them in a sense, whether we want to look at that or not, because at the end of the day, no matter what, they're gonna associate me and who everybody else to come out to their home and say, okay, that's the guy or that's the woman that the title company hired to come out here, or that's the lender who came out. I mean, because most people always ask, hey, do you work for Chase, or hey, do you work for Bank of America? I'm like, no, I'm contracted by them. So I work with a number of different sign services and lenders. But yeah, man. So with that being said, man, we play in a very important role, bro. And then too, in this, a lot of people probably don't know this, or maybe a lot of people do, but a lot of the stories that the borrowers or the signers tell me, like what they had to endure and go through the whole process, man, you know what I'm saying? Like from the point where it's been times where, like during the pandemic, that the signers wasn't able to close till like 6 months later, man, to when they first applied for their refinance. So, you know,
Really?
they stressed, yeah, man, they stressed out, you know, it's been like a lot of gaps and lapse in time, you know what I'm saying, where they hear from the loan officer or the title company, then they don't hear from them for like months and months and months. And then, you know, then they decide to like email them or call them, then they don't hear nothing back from them. And then suddenly they get a call from like the title company or from the loan officer saying, hey, are you available for your closing tomorrow or today or next week or something like that? You know, or and I'm saying on top of that, in the midst of that, you know what I'm saying, through the pandemic, everybody's scared shitless. What I mean by that, everybody is so afraid whether or not can a borrower or a client still have the same ability to pay the loans they did when they first applied for the loan. So a lot of times, man, these title companies and these lenders, they asking, they are asking and stressing the. I'm saying now I'm speaking for the clients now. They are stressing the clients out by asking them to resubmit certain documents like 2 or 3 times, whether it's proof of employment, tax, you know what I'm saying, like tax documents. Ask them to call their employer or get certain paperwork. It'd be a mess sometimes, man. So for us to come through with flying colors, you know what I'm saying, like on some fly notary type stuff, I'm saying, like what you just said, what I meant by like continue to bless the industry. Yes, man, spread the love, bro. You know what I'm saying? Continue to be one of them signing service companies that want to see, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they want to make sure we all eat well, bro, because see, at the end of the day, I personally believe that all this damn nickel and diamond shit that they got going on here with these signing services, it's going to come back and bite them in their ass. It's actually happening now in small little ways, you know what I'm saying? Because the quality of service, you know what I'm saying, is not going to be there with a lot of these notary signing agent professionals. They're going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Especially once they get hip to the game, like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give them just the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Especially
and you know that's why.
On it. Especially if you're not one of those full-time agent ones. You know what I'm saying? Like a full-time. I'm saying you just part-time. You kind of like got your foot maybe like in a number of different things, and that's cool too. But for those of us who like, you know what I'm saying, put their blood, sweat, and tears, and they all in this, man, you know, we see it all. So that's why I said, so continue to provide what's plentiful, bro, because man, it's abundance out here for all of us. But,
and I agree with you, and that's mainly why I have the Cash Flow Academy, the Notary Cash Flow Academy, because that's what I concentrate on. I concentrate on how the notary can make the most amount of money in the shortest period of time. So that's what makes my academy much different from everybody else that does what they do out there. Because I can let you know right now, like I go toe to toe with lawyers, like, you know, really? They're in court negotiating. I'm going like this and I'm like, I'm going to win. Like, so I try to teach
I already know
the same, like you said, the energy level has to be up there too, because these lawyers, their energy, they some smooth, slick talking pimp ass dudes, man. So they're like, oh, well, you know, with this, whatever, dude, like this is my fees, or do you want to get this done or not? Right. So I try to teach people the right way, because I really believe the only reason why these title companies and loan companies are lowballing people is because there are too many other notaries accepting these lowball offers.
Yes, because they don't know the game, or due to their personal situation, their financial situation. I know all of us got personal situations, but we all got debt at the end of the damn day. We all got, if you are not American if you don't have any debt, is what I say. Facts. I mean, that's how they set it up.
That's true.
You got student loan debt, you got some type of medical debt, you got some type of credit card debt, you got some type of relationship debt, spiritual debt, or something. You got some form of debt or many forms of debts in this country. So yeah, like them lawyers are slick talking, those title services are slick talking too. Yeah, but yeah, if you keep, I mean, I'm saying, just like Tanisha just said, if if more and more of these notaries keep taking 75, matter of fact, remember, I'm saying, I'm telling you this one, Tanisha, and my man out in Oakland, bro, remember when I sent you that screenshot of that certain signing service company when we first met?
Mm-hmm.
How much was that refinance?
Actually,
I tell you, remember, it was low.
No, I know it was $45, but it was actually
$40.
It was a reverse mortgage.
Right, they wanted,
because you said that was a pain in the ass, and then it was for $45.
Right, so they out here, man. Certain signing service companies out here trying to pay people $45 for a refinance. It's certain signing service companies out here trying to pay you $75 to print out a ream of damn, you know what I'm saying, a ream of paper for reverse mortgage.
Yes.
And then
sometimes I couldn't believe it when you sent that to me. I was like, wow. The game is fucked up, right?
Yes.
Like we gotta change. And man,
that's why I say, man, it'd do us all good as you being a signing service owner, me being like I'm saying, like a notary professional, and everybody else on here, and everybody that want to be on here, and any title company that's listening or will listen in the future. We don't know who will get a hold of this, but I'm just putting it out there.
Oh yeah, they listening.
It don't make no sense to be on that greedy ass lack of abundance shit. It just don't. It just really don't, because at the end of the damn day, we all could be replaceable by these damn computers, because, you know what I'm saying, through online notarization. But I think too, with this industry, it's going to be hard pressed to kind of make it fully online, because by being so much paperwork involved, and by being such a very archaic traditional industry, paper is still gonna be bound and forth.
Yeah, the most I see, like I don't really see it going that way for some years. I do see the hybrids coming in, right? You know,
because I do a lot of those. Yes.
Yeah, I can see a lot of the hybrids, but as far as doing a full signing online like that, I don't see that happening for probably another 4 or 5 years, to be honest with you.
Right. Yeah. I could, but I don't want to see that. And I said, but in the midst of that, I don't want to continue hearing about people taking $75 loan signs on average. Yeah, I get it. You know, advice from, you know, certain notary signing agent mentors, whatever, like in certain courses, whatever, they say, you know, take some of the low ball signs just to get your feet wet. Yeah, I get that. But me, if I was to ever have a course, or like whatever case may be, I would say, no matter where your confidence at, this, that, and the third, I would say do no more than 4 or 5 closings like that. Then after that, you got to decide whether or not you really want to go hard in the paint with this, or is this really for you? You know what I'm saying? Because if it is really for you, you're going to be looking to make more than $75 for a goddamn refinance. You definitely going to look to make more bucks if you're making $75 for a goddamn reverse mortgage. That's that's minimum wage, bro.
Yeah.
That's minimum wage when you think about it in our industry. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, God forbid, like if your sign's like about half hour to 40 minutes away, coming and going. Then you going.
Ain't fair, but it's cold, baby.
It's cold. But at the same time, it can be warmed up. It can be warmed up by, you know what I'm saying, by spreading abundance. It can be warmed up by
spreading. So Tech said, what is the lowest interest rate you've seen?
Good question. The lowest interest rate I've seen for a 30-year mortgage, I saw is maybe about 4 or 5 times, bro. Mm-hmm. It was about no lie. I only saw about like about 4 or 5 times. 2.125.
Wow.
Yes, 2.125 on a 30-year mortgage. She saw.
Nisha said she saw a 1.99. God.
I heard about that, but I never saw it myself. So, right now, the lowest I saw on a 15-year was at a 2.0. 2.0. So I don't know if those, I have heard through Linen Tree, they still have those, but here's the thing with them. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I just know like on the basic end, like for those 2.0 and lower interest rates, word is on the real estate mortgage streets, you got to pay a lot up front. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a lot in closing costs.
Oh,
or like a
they
lot
got a
in
front load. Yeah.
Like a front load, like like in discount points, like to bring down those interest rates. Plus, probably pay your taxes and all that stuff up for a year up front in order to get that. And for some people, if you got the bag like that, if you got the funds, the available funds, I say go for it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's going to serve you later because I'm all about all of us reaching, you know what I'm saying, our financial goals, man. Because like I said, that is slavery. That is slavery, man, for real. And you know, that's why a lot of, you know what I'm saying? So to have like the industry out here, paying you peanuts, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be eating peanuts, not earning them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
that's
so
crazy, man.
I ain't with that. I am not with that. So I'm not one of those. So what made me earn more money in this industry in a short amount of time was I just told myself, you know what I'm saying, that I'm worth at the very least $100 per sign, $100, you know what I'm saying, an hour. And I just started slowly but surely not taking $80 signings, not taking 85, not taking 90, not taking 95. Like, no, I'm cool. But it was a process, and you know what I'm saying, like as I said earlier in our conversation, our bill that we having, it's a confident thing, man. So
it's a self-discovery.
Right. Not only that, it's a self-discovery. You're absolutely right. But how I looked at it too, you remember the old school games, Super Mario Brothers and all that shit, right? Video games, you know what I'm saying? You know, we all come from the video game era. You know what I'm saying? We from the inception of that era. So, you know, with Mario, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, hell, the higher I raise my confidence by going through the obstacles, by going through warp zones and fighting different King Kubas and all that shit, I should be able to get, you know what I'm saying, $5 more here, $10 more here, $15 more here. And you know what I'm saying? So I mean, so that's why I say like one of the greatest things I would advise somebody is to get ready to level up past your current confidence level. And that means becoming, as they say, like it's like a lot of entrepreneurs, learn to become uncomfortable. Learn to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Dre teach that. You know what I'm saying? I mentor Andre teach that, like learn to be
comfortable to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, ready to learn to do that, because if not, you're gonna always make those $40 to $75 signs. You're looking back like I'm doing all, you know what I'm saying, and say if you do like 80 of those in a month, you probably gonna be barely cracking 4 or 5 racks.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of mileage on your mind and on your car and on your time.
You know, I do this free webinar once a month.
You might as well start doing Uber.
Yeah, I do this free webinar once a month, and I always ask people, I was like, which one do you want to be? Do you want to be Walmart in this notary industry or Target?
And what most people say.
You got to pick one. And most people will say Target.
Right.
Because again, Target makes more money per transaction versus volume.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, do they really mean that because it sounds like the ideal thing to say, or do they really feel they are part of the Target brand and they carry themselves in the Target map?
Okay, I'll say this. When I first started off, majority of people would say Walmart all day.
Right.
Matter of fact, they would say one even worse, which would be Amazon. So that's really volume versus price, right?
Hey, Amazon is the one that started all this damn disruption shit. Yeah. That's the one that brought on Ubers and Lyft and, you know, everybody else, you know, SnapDocs industry. They the ones, they are the godfathers and the godmothers of the whole disruption industry, because they want to start killing off the bookstores and the record stores.
It actually started off with Home Depot and Walmart. They were the original category killers.
Straight up.
Because they did a survey of when Walmart would build, they would literally kill all small businesses within a 20-mile radius of where they hit, right? Same thing that would happen when Home Depot touched down, they would kill 20, businesses within a 20 to 25 mile radius. So a lot of people are thinking like, hey, okay, like a lot of people don't realize that Amazon struggled for years. Like there was many times Amazon was going to go bankrupt and Jeff Bezos had to beg the investor to give more money. They're like, man, just trust me. I know what I'm doing. And
Right.
he was getting all of this money infusion coming into the company where he was able to kill a lot of the businesses like Toys R Us. Like there was a partnership between them and Toys R Us.
I heard
And
about
Amazon snaked their ass, right?
I heard about that.
You have to look at it this way, man. When you have companies like Walgreens and Walmart and even Target, right? If you go into the pharmaceutical area and then you see Robitussin, right? And then they have a Walmart brand that says equivalent to the Robitussin.
That's right, true.
That's their little knockoff. That's their like jab to close down Robitussin and take all of their business. This shit is dirty, man. This is a dirty ass business.
It is, man. And like you're right, all industries got their fair share of dirt. And I say, and like in this notary game, I'm saying, like in these notary streets, I mean, I'm out here and I see it. I see what they be trying to offer, and I see what they trying to expect, expect you to do. And then, too, and like they don't want to pay you for like, like special requests. Like if the signer want to do the signing outside, or they want you, man. I had this once, man, no lie, man. I had this one I called and I was about to call and confirm this one client. This funny. I was about to call and confirm this one client, man. Whatever. I forgot what race they was from. I want to say like, I don't know, man, Asia or something like that, whatever. But anyway, that don't even matter. But I'm just giving you like the full, like, like some details of it. They wanted me, man. They were like, okay, yeah, that's the right time. Yeah, that's the right address. But they had like a list of requirements that they wanted for me to comply to if I was going to do the signing inside, inside their home. And imagine, this is still the wintertime, so ain't nowhere in the world we was going to sit outside in the patio garage, or, I would have broke out, well, hey, this is what we go do now. I'm going to hit you with the old please sign here roll. If those don't know what I mean by that, is giving them the documents at their doorstep and providing them like all the sign here stickers. And I tell them, hey, for every time you need to sign a date here, peel off those stickers and discard them or give them back to me. I know all sign agents don't do that, but hey, like I said, I'm all about time efficiency, and I'm all about doing things as a business and smart and what makes sense to me in my time as well as theirs. But anyway, to get back to what I was saying, they wanted me to come in there with a face mask, get some hand sanitizer, right? And they wanted me to do a damn body temperature check. They was gonna do all that. Straight up. Right, because they said, and I get where they was coming from. They had like, elderly sick people in their home living with them at the time. I said, yeah, I get it. And then here's the other, like this is like icing on the cake. And dude told me, now this is the first time a client ever told me this, y'all. He was like, and keep in mind, I'm one of those borrowers or signs that I want to like read through everything. I said, bro, we got a match made in heaven, because check this out. I'm a full-time signing agent, and man, this is a Friday. And Fridays, I don't know if those could fill me in the chat room, maybe they can, but Fridays, Mondays, and Wednesdays is normally like the days is popping for me. And I think that day I had maybe like 6 appointments. And I said, bro, I understand that and I respect that, but keep in mind that you have up to 3 business days to change your mind and cancel loans, so you can get more familiar with the documents that way. If you do have any additional questions, reach out to your loan officer so he or she can go through that, because I'm not designed to give legal advice, and none of us really not. So therefore, we shouldn't put ourselves in a position to feel like we do need to give them like a more detailed information or deep in that explanation of a particular document. No, that's what the knows the right to cancel, and that's why these appointments are designed the way they are set up to be done in about 40, 45 minutes at the most. But he told me that. I said, well, you know what? I don't really think this is gonna be a ideal match for you and I. I said, one, I got a couple of appointments after you. Two, I don't want to speed up your process and, you know what I'm saying, and make you uncomfortable because I'm on a tight schedule. So I said, man, we might have to just get you, you know what I'm saying, somebody else out here. So you know, I thought about it a couple of days. As I said, should I do it? Should I do it? Long story short, I let the title company know. I mean, because I guess, actually, he had beat me to it. The title company the sign service company had reached out to me and said, hey, the signer said, when you confirm the appointment that, you know, like due to your schedule, blah, 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 blah. But basically everything I just told you, share with you guys. I said, yeah, I said, because, you know, based on him telling me all his COVID-19, you know, precautionary protocol, I get it. And then on top of the fact that he said he's gonna be a reader, and I told him, like, hey, I respect that, but you gotta respect the game, the notary game, basically. And I told him, hey, I said I wouldn't be an ideal match for this claim. And, you know, they went up here and signed it to somebody else. And, you know, we still work together, but I just been honest with him. I'm like,
yeah,
they ain't my thing.
Yeah, transparency is key, man. I mean,
it is, man. You know, a lot
of people got time to be fumbling and bumbling around all that stuff.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm going to the damn doctor's office on slash giving out, you know what I'm saying, like a well-executed sign. And like I said, transparency, being real with yourself, having confidence, providing extra service, being efficient in what you do, man, how can you not grow? How can you not eat? How can you not, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be consistent, how can you not do that? So that's why I said, so I always put myself in position, well, hell, if they don't bite off my minimum requirement, somebody else will. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm treating the game right, the game go treat me right. You know what I'm saying? I really believe that. And I think a lot of us as signing agent professionals, we have to learn to adopt not my thing to the letter, but something similar. Because if not, like I said, soon we're gonna be doing refinance for $50 on average.
Yeah.
Who wanna do that?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
They'll be doing that. We won't be doing that.
I'm
not Notary 300.
Right, exactly. I'm not, right. I ain't going, man. So it's like, so as much as I said, I'm saying agents, something like agency owners like yourself, and all those on the call right now, whatever, like who are notaries, inspired notaries, man, level up on your confidence as fast as possible. Be confident enough to say, look, all right, I did these little 4 or 5 little underpaid assignments. Now it's time for me to, you know, at the same time, you gotta be working on your skills and your presentation too. Cause you know what I'm saying? I'm all about that too. So I ain't never talking about getting the most money while you provide the minimum amount of service. No,
right. Over deliver.
All this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about treating the game fair and prosperous so you can get back your abundant return as you're supposed to get.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I hope you guys got tremendous value. You kicked off season 2 right, brother.
That's what's up.
You kicked off season 2 right, man. I love it. Thank you guys again for tuning in, man. This was awesome. We're gonna add the extended version on this one because you must have got your second win, bro. You dropping that piss.
Man, hey, bro, I told you, man, you know what? Like I said, let me share this with y'all. You know, man, these past, like I said, all this year, okay, like in January, I did 88 closings. In February, I did like about 75, 76. And this past month, I did 84 closings. So, you know, since the pandemic, as you know, bro, as you know what I'm saying, I'm like, bro, hey, man, hey, whatever you got for me, hey, say it fast, bro. Hey, I'm like, but I'm on my way to a closing, or appointment, or I'm on the phone with somebody else. Hey, talk fast. This shit kind of like a goddamn stock market person, whatever the case may be. I see how they feel now, or like a fast talking realtor, whatever. But I say all that to say, like, today and lately, I actually like decided to give myself some time just to work on other things I need to work on in life. In particular, this like starting to build up my social media presence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely, you know, it's gonna be a point in time where I'm not gonna want to do as many loan signings
Sure.
consistently. You know what I'm saying? So
you got an Instagram? What's
yeah,
your
yeah,
Instagram?
yeah. My Instagram is Sears Tower, SEERZTOWER.
All right, I'm putting it in there now.
Yep, Sears Tower. Yep, Ben, appreciate it. So I don't have like no notary information, anything like that. It's pretty much just like my own personal thing. So I'm working on, like I said, building up my online social media presence slowly but surely. So but now, man, like back to what you said about my second win, bro, man. Like I said, just being that based like a student of my own philosophy, like, you know, man, sometimes, man, I don't go to bed till like probably about 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? After doing 7 to 8 closings, and I get my ass right back up at 6:30,
yeah,
5:30, 7, and be at it again. Like, woo, it's like I don't, you know, it's like I ain't missed a beat, man. But like I said, man, I think it just come from like the love I get from it, man, and the love that, you know what I'm saying, I just love what I do. I really think I was meant to do this at this point in my life. You know what I'm saying? Even though we are where we at, where we're supposed to be, but I really think I'm supposed to be doing this when I'm doing, man. Like I said, because I caught on to it so fast, I figured it out, and I'm still figuring it out so fast. And I think too, just like you say, willing to invest in myself, willing to invest in one of the earlier students of your coaching program, and, you know, getting with Mark Will's program, getting with Bill Soroka, getting with other people's programs. What's
that other sister that you speak of?
Vanessa, let me see, I'm about to look it up real quick. She out of Virginia.
She said Terry?
Vanessa Terry, I think. Notary. And then it's another one too out of Texas. Her site is Signing Agent Basics. Yeah, Signing Agent Basics. She got a YouTube channel. She popping too. She out of Texas. I think she got like about 14, 15 years. Kendra, that's her name, Kendra. Yeah, and this other guy I was checking out, I was a student of too, John Sedecker, Notary Signing Agent Blueprint. He now what I liked about him that was so dope, kind of remind me of you, but just a little different, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, he since day one, he always, and he still stresses day, run this shit like a business. You know what I'm saying? You be in control, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, like you propose things to them, you know what I'm saying? You let them know what's what, far as like how you get down, you know what I'm saying? Now out of all, not to say like the other ones don't promote that, you know what I'm saying? Now imagine I haven't took Kendra's course, I just watched like a lot of her YouTube stuff, and I got some stuff off of Vanessa Terry, but I never took like none of her loan side stuff. But like the other 3 people I've actually took. But out of those 3, I ain't saying like they don't promote that, but like John let that shit be known from the jump. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you do. You know what I'm saying? This is how you want to run your thing. And everything that I learned from him has definitely, you know what I'm saying, paid off. I mean, because like I run into a lot of people. I don't know, a lot of people know this. Like, you know, like for instance, like when it comes to like FedEx supplies and UPS supplies, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, like whether it's getting like the air pouches, whether it's like getting like the legal size document folders, whether it's getting like that polyurethane material, small pack and long pack, like what all the title company sign service expect you to put it back in. You know what I'm saying? Like from him, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving away a little bit of stuff. I ain't gonna want to give away too much of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I still believe everybody got to invest, and I ain't trying to take money out of his. But I share this with y'all since I've already started. Like he showed me the game, like to prevent running out of those supplies, you just order directly through FedEx and UPS, set up an account. So that's again running your shit like a business, like an entrepreneur. Yeah. And see, most of us, we ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't knowing about that. Right, order them online and getting them delivered. You know what I'm saying? Order them directly through FedEx and getting them delivered. And you know, in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, like depending on how much you're trying to order, they may give you like a little flack, like, well, what you gonna do with all these? This, that, and the third. And I had like literally tell like, I'm a notary signing agent, I do this and I do real estate closing, and it's real busy right now. So this is the amount I need.
Yeah.
So it was more FedEx giving me issues as opposed to UPS, but now they pretty much know, like, you know what I'm saying, they see me order these supplies, you know, every so often. So now they are good. But he was like a real good example, like before, you know what I'm saying, you and I end up clicking up through Andre, like how to really run it like a business, from you calling, marketing yourself to title companies, from you hollering at the signing services. He really teaches you like not to settle for shit.
See, the only thing we have to do with you now, Jamar, is get you to set up an agency, man. You did the hard work already as far as getting all of these good clients, man. Now again, that's the self-discovery part, right?
Right. And
I know your ass don't trust no other damn notary to handle that shit.
Because what it is, man, you know, a part of being successful in this business, man, you gotta, like I said, you really gotta want to be in it. You really gotta want to be good at this. If not, it's gonna look like a whole bunch of paperwork to you, like, I don't want to do this, or let me get out, man. Because like the little shit I be hearing about, man, like what title companies and sign services go through with some of these notaries, man, you wouldn't believe, man. You be like, damn, people be trying to like not do that, or don't remember to do this, or and then I guess to me as a shorty, I was always like an observant type of dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was always an observant type of dude, man. Like I was always like picking up like little, you know what I'm saying, like Ebony magazines and, you know, hip hop magazines and shit. Just like literally just like studying that shit. So I guess, like I said, once again, it just transferred me over. Like then I said, like, you know what I'm saying, when the opportune time was right, the universe was like, hey, we got this for you. There's notary loan sign agent shit. Since you always was like observing shit. So I always say, like, this is one of my own personal catchphrases with this industry. I'm a notary, you know what I'm saying, or we notaries, and we know this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, straight up.
And on that note, we are signing out, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Jamar Ra again. Thank you for your time, brother. I really appreciate you dropping a lot of the wisdom and everything with us. Be sure to watch this show. We have it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. It's going to be on YouTube, all the major platforms. So hopefully we're able to help other loan signing agents navigate a little bit better, build up their confidence, hopefully, be able to be more consistent, make a little more money so they can feed their friends and family and whoever else that they got in their family. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, peace, love, and happiness, and cash flow to all you guys. You heard?
And plus, man, we gotta make this notary industry fly, man. It's up to us.
Oh yeah.
It's up to us.
Yeah, everybody actually stayed on this 3-hour thing, man. Brush your shoulders off, man. You guys are troopers, man.
Thank you. I'm glad hey, no lie. I was telling him, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna have something to really say. To like, I don't know how long it's gonna last. But you know, hey, it end up.
We flow. We vibe, we flow, we let it do what it do.
But yeah, we definitely got to make this notary industry just fly, man. Just fly. And I'm loving what I'm seeing, like with a lot of our people, man, getting wind of it. And, you know, we just got to just like make it look good, do the right thing, and like don't be so money hungry without rendering a high level of service.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Indeed. Shit like that. Because, you know, like a lot of us got like that. We come from like, you know, the smash and grab world, or, you know, a lot of us grew up like on the block or whatever the case may be. A lot of us bring that mentality, and that's cool, don't get me wrong, but it has to be, but it can't be all about that to the point where you're cutting corners and services to the point now you're going to end up Xing yourself out the business and, you know, go, you know what I'm saying, just continue to make the game raggedier than what is already, you know what I'm saying, what is current. It's a beautiful thing, but still it's like a lot of raggedy shit going on in this industry.
Indeed.
Straight up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will talk to you guys soon. You heard?
No doubt. Peace out, man. Love. Much